The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, we talk about the Player's Choice Award.
Gay.
Shall we play a game?
You've got several things to do. You've got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the new plan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast with an ever-shrinking pool of hosts. I am your not-so-shrinking host, Caleb Schweiss.
I'm your growing wider host, Zach.
And today, guys, as you may have gathered, Craig is not here, and the reason why he's not here is...
You tell me, what is the issue?
He's a fag.
I'm glad you didn't play that before.
Yeah, it's one of the most it's one of the most offensive drops from The Sopranos.
That's a good one. Dude, that was a good idea. That whole thing as a whole with those drops, beautiful.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's freaking out on me, which is why I didn't have the ability to pull that one directly, and I had to use the YouTubes. But I like it. I like the sound.
It was crisp. It was crispy. It was a good pull.
Yeah. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about this is a great subject for the show, the Game Awards, the Player's Choice. Because, there's nothing you want more than to put the choice of awards in the hands of the idiots.
Yeah, the ones that got
play.
participation trophies growing up.
Yeah.
That's kind of the problem with the Player Choice Awards. Is like I don't respect other people's opinions as much as my own sometimes.
Yeah, see, the reason
especially
why,
with video games.
The reason why we're on this podcast is because we're actually better.
Yeah, we're reviewers that people trust.
Yeah.
EA
No.
trusts us.
Everyone that doesn't listen. See, it's not that we're looking down upon our listeners. We're looking down upon those who will not listen.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's those are the ones going to outer darkness, right?
Outer darkness.
We've given them the truth. They have the truth available, and even in the face of said truth, they decide
Spit
to
in it.
spurn us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they go to outer darkness.
You know what? I think if we're gonna go scriptural, the prophet said it best. They hate me for I speak the truth.
Exactly. So welcome to the show. We're going to be talking about that today. Craig is not with us. Obviously, he had to work today.
Yeah.
And didn't have time to record and work. Admittedly, I work every time we record, but
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm always on call.
Yeah.
And I'm here. Sometimes it sucks. Sometimes it doesn't. But
yeah, sometimes Zach leaves because he has to go to work.
Yeah,
sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't happen today because that would be
dude, if
pretty
it happens
crazy.
today, I'm just gonna be like, hey, the fastest person to get there is gonna be like an hour. So
Yeah.
I'll make him wait.
Just let me do a solo cast.
Well, I didn't know I could do that. Like when they were telling me, to do it, they're like, hey, you have to do this and and I was like, cool, like whatever, I'll take it. I'll do it. It's fine. But I was talking to my boss about it. I was like, yeah, this guy's kind of being a prick about it. Like he was mad that I was going to take like 20 minutes to get there. And my boss is like, pfft. He's like, they should have been prepared.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, he's like, you can tell him if he's like, sometimes I've been like, I'm eating dinner with my family. Like, sorry, man, it's gonna be like an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I didn't know I could do that.
There you go. Now we know. Now you can gauge, give us like some hand signals.
Yeah.
And tell us like how long you've got, and we can make it.
Yeah.
We can make it work.
It'll be good. It'll be better.
Yeah. But
Yeah. So going back to like the talking about like the view, like the Player's Choice Awards, I just have the main issue I have with it being a Player's Choice thing is like I feel most of the fans of games will clump to something and then they just stay there. And because it's so popular, or like they get their opinions from someone else, that's where they stay.
yeah. Well, this might be one of those scenarios where the loudest portion of a population has the most outsized influence.
Right.
If you know what I mean? Like when we talk about when you see like upheavals in countries and things like that, or like big movements that cause massive change, it's not generally widespread. You know what I mean? Like there's like a large portion of the people that aren't really involved. But there's like a small minority that has a lot of influence in pushing things around. And I feel like that might be what this is. It might be it's giving the loudest a decent platform to kind of like hijack things. And
Right.
It's, you know, you can argue whether it's hijacked or not, but I think that does happen. A good example for that is like I've heard people talk about like the Egyptian civil war. Which, when we think of a civil war, we think of like total chaos, like right, like everything, and everyone's in the streets, people are killing each other all over the place. Which you know maybe, but one of the people I was hearing talk about the Egyptian civil war, he would like, I think it was Tim Pool. He was talking about it. He said like I would walk down and there's like people shooting each other in the streets, and like 2 blocks over, there's a guy like at a McDonald's like eating a burger.
Yeah.
It's like. You don't think Civil War and think that, but honestly, like the Civil War, it's taking place on like battlefields and like they'll take sack towns and shit'll get taken over, but most of the places
Just chill.
it's just normal. So like I feel like it's the same kind of a concept. Like it's mostly almost everyone doesn't really care that much, but like there's a decent sized group that is the minority that will kind of like jump on something like this.
That are voting for a game that had some major glitches and problems with it.
Yeah,
but they
like,
won't look at it. They won't
some
see
people will be like uninvolved, I would say, or like just it doesn't really bother.
Right.
Like, I'm like I don't really care who.
And I mean,
wins.
like we're in kind of a weird. I mean, you talked about it a little bit before we started recording. Is like we've been kind of a weird year where like it hasn't felt like we've had a lot of like bangers this year.
Yeah, I think 2019 was a lot better.
Yeah, and it sucks when you get like that lull year. It looks like 21's gonna be fucking crazy though.
Yeah.
So far, and I hope that's what happens. But yeah, this year, I mean, we've had some really good games and some really good AAA titles, but a lot of them have been kind of left me wanting more than actually satiated my hunger.
Yeah, and then the other part that's problematic about this year is it's also like it's like the reboot year. A lot of stuff is like a reboot.
That's a good point with Final Fantasy VII Remake, Resident Evil 3,
Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal, yeah.
Like reboots and sequels, and it's kind of the year of that. And that
I mean, if we're gonna go sequels, Last of Us 2 is a sequel. I mean, like the only like real original. I mean, if you think about it, the only real original thing we've gotten is like Hades, which I would recommend. It's really fun. Ghost of Tsushima wasn't tied off anything. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is kind of a sequel, but like, even then, it's still its own thing.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, like
did Sekiro come out last year? Or was the year
Sekiro
before?
was last year.
Yeah, I gave it Game of the Year. I think it's the best new IP we've had this year.
It was fun.
And like, it's just its own thing,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's what last year was. That was one of the strengths of last year, and I feel like we've lost that this year.
Yeah, agreed.
We might have to do Feudal Japan Game of the Year again. Who knows what'll happen by the end of this year?
Right, you know, if Cyberpunk 2077 decided to show its ugly head, maybe we'd have some more stuff to go on, but
Yeah,
we don't.
it's kind of in a soft year, yeah. So it's not. It doesn't bother me that
Right.
these games that we're going to discuss have won the awards that we're going to discuss them winning.
Right. No, of course. Yeah.
Which one is still ongoing? Is Game of the Year still ongoing?
They're all still ongoing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like the different categories are like Game of the Year, Best Game Direction. So you have until December 10th. Best narrative, and I haven't voted for anything yet, but Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Score in Music, Best Audio Design, Best Performance, Games for Impact, which I haven't played any of those, so I should probably look at those and see. Best Ongoing, Best Indie, Best Mobile Game, Best Community Support, Best VR/AR, Innovation and Accessibility, Best Action, Best Action Adventure, just, like all that shit. Like, it's still all ongoing.
Okay, I only voted for Game of the Year.
Yeah. Like those people that just voted for president and did anything else.
Exactly. I feel like that's what most people do.
Yeah, so I'm going to go and I'm going to look at this, and I try to give it a fair shake when I go through, and like if it's a game I haven't played, I actually like read like a few different reviews, and I watch some gameplay and like do that. Especially if I don't have, if I don't like, I'm like, I'm not going to play this anyway. I like to go through and like be like, I do honestly think this is going to be better.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I feel like I just don't vote on those ones.
yeah,
And that's kind of what I did, honestly. Speaking of voting, that's what I did. That's what I will do when I vote in real life. Like when they have like the should this blah 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 judge retain their spot. Like I'm not invested in that at all.
yeah.
So
If you don't know, right. Yeah, and that's fair. And like,
it's like I feel like there's some people who will be invested and they'll have an opinion, and
Yeah.
I don't want to alter that.
yeah, no, that's a good point. Like, if when it comes to like, they're like, oh, what's the best like professional video game team? Like, I don't choose that because I don't watch that.
yeah.
I don't watch those people play. Yeah, like.
Yeah. We got lives. We have jobs. Like, can't be watching.
I mean, they're cool. I mean, like, and if I wish I was more into watching people play video games, but I'm not.
Yeah.
It gets boring for me. I'd rather play myself. I'm like, thanks for the people that do watch us play.
What should we call that? Like a guck? It's like somebody
guck.
who watches other people play games.
You're a guck.
They watch other people play your games. That's
right. And I mean, like, I have friends who've said like they watch it when they don't plan on playing a game, but they're interested in the story. Where they're like, I would never really play it, but it looks cool.
Yeah, I've known people that like do that with horror games, where they'll
Right.
be like, I get too scared.
Yeah.
But I'll watch somebody play it.
Right.
'cause I
And that's
like
fair.
their reaction.
But I just can't.
yeah,
And I don't know. I wish I could. I really do wish I could, because some of the things would be fun. And I feel like some of them have really, really good communities that'd be fun to be a part of, but I just can't do it.
yeah, I don't know. I've watched plenty of hours of Twitch, but a lot of times I'll just have it on in the background as like noise.
Right.
But now I've like gotten invested in other podcasts and stuff, and I'm
Right. So
I
you're
don't
like,
need noise.
yeah, you're sad. Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of awards. I wish I was a little more involved, I guess, but I just don't have time. And like,
Yeah, it's fair.
part of it's because I don't really need to be per se.
Right. Well, especially like, because like, honestly, like, from our point of view too, like, I mean, I guess like from my point of view, I'm already playing games for like the podcast, and I'm trying to get reviews, and I really don't want to be tainted on games that I haven't played yet and plan to or will.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's why, like, for Last of Us 2, for example, I didn't look at any of the spoilers. I didn't listen to actual reviews.
no,
I didn't.
I'm not
I
gonna
went
touch
in.
it.
I said I'm going to go in this way because I want to have my pure feelings on this game.
One thing was spoiled, and then I heard a lot of people didn't like the ending. That's it.
Yeah, so I did hear that. I did hear a lot of people didn't like the game. I assumed. I mean, I figured what spoiler you got. I assumed that was going to happen anyway, but I never got spoiled on that.
Yeah. So like that's the way to do it. Like
Right. You have to.
there are people that like spoilers, and those people are fucked up in the head. That's what I would say. Like there's
Dude.
something wrong.
Okay, so like spoiler wise, man, so it was the day I was gonna go see Star Wars Episode 7, right? So like big deal,
Yeah.
because like no one had seen it yet, and like it was the new Star Wars, right? Super excited. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Super excited. I get this fucking random, I don't even know the person, message on Facebook, Messenger, and I opened it because there was a chick, and I was like, she's cute. Open it up. Text says, oh, hey, just so you know, Kylo Ren is Han Solo's son, and he kills him. This was an hour before I go to see the fucking movie, and I was livid. I was like, what? I was like, who the fuck does that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I hate spoilers, man. And so, like, for games, like, I have to act, like, I spoiled something for the new Spider-Man Miles Morales game because I wasn't even searching for anything. Like, I was just on YouTube, and someone's like, oh, here's the end of the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
It happened for Avengers for me, too. And it's like, dude, fucking stop.
Yeah, there was something in Wheel of Time that happened when one character died, and I was like, what exactly happened? And then I look it up, and the like description of it is, presumed to have died. And I'm like, oh, well,
Yeah.
thanks. Like, fuck, I guess she's not dead.
Dude,
Okay.
I just,
It's like,
especially.
that sucks. I just wanted to know what happened. 'Cause
Right.
It was weird. It's high fantasy bullshit.
Yeah,
Like,
why would you word it like that?
yeah, but then they're like, well, no.
Oh, you know what?
dead.
I've already read, and you're too far back. Like,
Yeah.
that's stupid. And like when people do it on YouTube and they put like the game clips, and it's like, bro, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
All you have to do is like, oh, hey, ending of the game. This is the ending of the game. And people who are going to click on it are going to click on it. And people like me who don't want to spoil aren't going to click on it anyway.
Yeah, make spoilers more explicit.
And you're just going to make us want to find you and beat the fuck out of you. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, like
You're
there's
pissing me off.
I like Greg Troy, and one of our listeners, one of the friends of the show.
Mm-hmm.
he was telling me one time he likes spoilers because then he decides if it's going to be worth his time.
Okay.
Which is an interesting take. I think it's
Yeah.
ridiculous, but I understand, like, if you're busy and you're like, okay, I want to kind of know what's going on
Right.
to decide.
I feel like that with that too is like, because okay, I do want to play it, but then as well, like, you're not rushing it. If you know what happens, you know what way
Yeah.
the story's gonna go. You know what I mean? You're not like rushing to the end of the game.
Yeah.
You
but,
can
like,
enjoy it.
for me, if someone would have spoiled, like, the last season of Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
I would have been very upset.
Agreed. No, I 100% with you.
You know what I
agree.
mean? Like, very upset, like, murderously angry.
No, and I 100%, and I don't like spoilers. Like, so I have a cousin like that. He's just like, no, I don't care. He'll just watch them. Like, new games will come out, and he's like, no, let's watch it.
That's crazy.
Like, why? Dude, play it. I feel like it's more impact.
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
When you like, like when you're like in a game and you're there and like someone dies, it's not as cool if you're not playing the game.
Yeah, there's something that's lost, for sure. I don't know why people do it. It seems bad shit to me.
I agree. It's
All right, but before we dive too far into this shit, what have you been playing this week, man? What's been going on?
Man,
2 weeks, I guess.
2 weeks. So I played some more Hades, slowly but surely, getting him leveled up and getting his gear better as I keep dying. To rush through, Ghost of Tsushima, playing a lot of that, doing the side missions, trying to burn all those out.
Very nice.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, started playing that. Put some time into there. And the Spider-Man Miles Morales game, I didn't know it was coming out on PS4. I thought it was only PS5. So I found it was PS4. And I'm like, I'm going to get it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go.
So played that.
I heard that game was crashing the PS5.
No shit. It's great. PS4 was great.
Yeah.
I had no problems.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on with the PS5 because I've been banished from getting one. Apparently,
Well, I told you my plan is waiting for if they do a God of War special edition,
yeah.
like, or even like a Resident Evil 7 like, or 8 special edition. Like, if it's something that's gonna look, if it's something that's gonna look cool, I'll be more like apt to get it.
Yeah. That it for you? Just those?
Yeah, just those ones, man.
All right. I played a shitload of Ghost of Tsushima. I've been playing a lot of that. Today we were going to review it today, but obviously
Yeah.
Greg is gone, and he's the only one that's actually beaten it. But I came to Zach, and I was like, look, man, I think we should try to, like, not do it this week, because we're doing a lot of side stuff in this game, and I'm really liking the side
No, and
stories.
I'm really, really grateful that you did, because like, dude, it's great. Like the side stories, like usually like on some like RPGs like this style, most of the side stories suck. It seems, but these are all really good, and they all make it worth your while because you get like armor stuff and like just shit. You get good shit every time.
Yeah, and I'm even doing, like, I'm hitting all of the question marks on the map.
Dude, same.
Every single thing. It's,
I'm liberating every city as well. Like I get to them like, you fucking Mongols, and I'm just bashing through them.
yeah, it takes a lot of time.
It really does, but
It's good.
But it doesn't seem like it when you're playing. Like I was talking to a buddy about this actually. Man, it's kind of a spoiler, like for review, like for reviewing it. But it's a game that like you can put down, and then be like, nah, I don't want to play this right now. And then like I had a time where like I put it down for like 2 weeks, and I got back and I was like, fuck, man, I don't remember like what I'm doing. Picked it up, went through a couple things, and like then I was like right back in it.
Right back in.
And I was like, dude, it's great. Like the mechanic wise too, like it's simplified in the best way.
Yeah.
That you get in it, so you can just pick it back up and keep going.
Yeah. There's a lot there. And this is one of those, like, jerk off the graphics games.
Yeah.
It looks great.
It really does.
Like, there's times where I'm, like, watching it, and I'm just like, man, like, the leaves on that bush back
Right?
there, I'm like, fuck.
Dude, like
so fucking good.
the spots where you can write a haiku too
Yeah.
are just so damn gorgeous.
I know. I love working on shitty poetry. It's one of, like, the best scenes possible.
You really are, because you're watching like the leaves and
Yeah.
fuck, dude. And the minimal hub was such a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The way they do the direction, like like the wind blows and it guides you to where you're going.
Yeah.
Great.
And I just got a new TV as well.
Nice.
It's 4K. I don't know how it's PS4 even handles it, because I just have a regular PS4. But it's,
Yeah. So for mine, because it's a Pro, I have HDR. So like
okay.
mine's automatically switched.
it looks really good. And I know it doesn't look as good as it should, because I don't have a Pro.
Yeah.
But like, it's a good looking game, dude. This might be the best looking game on the system.
I agree.
Last of Us 2 looks really good.
It does, and it's a huge contender for that. But I would say, and maybe it's because of like the way where they're set, where like
the colors in this are more
exactly.
Like, Last of Us 2 is kind of a moody game,
right? And it's muted, yeah. And I feel like that's probably where the disconnect is because like they're very different genres,
yeah,
of what
very
they're trying.
tones.
Right? Yeah, the story is completely different. Like, yeah, both are about revenge,
yeah.
in a way, but they're doing it
Tsushima's
differently.
like a hopeful kind of
Exactly.
like save your family.
And like, yeah, and like you get
Last
like,
of Us 2 is like kill them all, fuck them up. It's like dark, you know.
you killed my dad, I'm killing all your friends. Like it's
yeah.
no, agreed. And like it's just not as vibrant. And I mean, then there's a reason for it. And I'm not going to say it's wrong because it's not.
No,
Because Last of Us 2 is beautiful.
oh yeah.
It is in its own way. It's gorgeous.
When I was playing that, I was like, "This is the best looking game." On the
right.
console.
But Ghost of Tsushima, like just the pinks and the reds and the blues and like just,
Yeah.
the greens are just so fucking vibrant.
It looks great, yeah. And sometimes I'll just like sit there and just play my little instrument.
Just walk down the road.
Yeah, or like I'll just like stand on a mountaintop with like the leaves blowing below me and just like sit there and play my little wind instrument for a little bit.
Something that someone's I did actually like, listen to some stuff on Ghost of Tsushima, and it was like things I wish I had known before because I didn't plan on getting this game. So I listened to that guy, and one of the things he said was like, he's like, I don't make my horse run anywhere. I just meander everywhere.
Yeah.
And so that's something I'm like, that's kind of my goal. But like I have run back and forth. Like I did one of the side missions where it's like you do like you save the 6 farmsteads to get this armor. So I was like running back and forth. But everything else, man,
That armor was awesome.
it is fucking rad, dude. Yeah.
Sick looking.
But like I got my family armor. I'm like, fuck. I just did all
I gotta
this.
leave this. I gotta put it away already.
I'm so mad.
Yeah.
But like you probably feel like that the armor like 6 homestead one. When you level it up all the way, you get like the fur. Like it looks like a shogun armor. Oh, it's so cool. But yeah, I just meander, just like Morris is just like clopping away, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh look, Mongols. All right, I'll step off for a second. Like let's go kill them.
Yeah. I wish. Part of me wishes that they had the balls to just say no fast travel. Like that's a harsh thing.
It really is, and it would have killed me with that 6 farmstead because that was
Yeah.
all over the map.
And with the collectibles, it would kill you with it. But it's like honestly, that's a ballsy move. That's a really ballsy kind of artsy move that I think would be really cool. And like,
Yeah,
Red Dead 2 kind of does that a little bit because you know there is fast travel in Red Dead 2, but it's very limited.
yeah.
You can't just fast travel everywhere. It's like certain points, right?
You know what?
Certain
And
hills.
that's fair with.
And that game does that.
Ghost
and
does
the
it
thing
as well.
about that game is you can let the game, you can give it a place to run to, and then you can like jerk off to the game's beauty. Like you can
Right.
like auto horse walk to place and then do exactly that. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's like the closest I think we've come to that I know of, other than like maybe original Final Fantasy 11 fuck you style. No fast travel, you little bitch, just walk. Like, other than that, I feel like that would be a really good,
It would, and you know what?
interesting idea.
It would be
Do a
fitting,
game
especially
this.
like if you're gonna have a gorgeous game.
Yeah.
Like,
But then it's like, then you wonder if it's getting into like Order 1886, like, look at the items, look how good they look.
yeah,
Jerk off to our art. Look at our art.
just you just know the developers just sitting there.
Get
in the back
your
room, it's
cock
like,
out.
just like slow boating it. Just
Yeah. Like, my dick is out. Was your dick out?
look at these fucking trees.
Yeah. That's what they do in that game. They're like, look at the item. Look at the item again.
These flowers,
Look at it with an
these
erection.
flowers are floating down like my jizz.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
yeah,
like,
it's I get
You
it.
run into that being a possibility, but
right.
I think there is kind of an artistic value to that. I mean, like, look, if you want to go back to that side quest, you're gonna have to run.
Right. And like the thing with like Ghost of Tsushima is like you're always constantly, at least where like, me and you were at in the game, like you're constantly running into like straw hats or Mongols.
Yeah.
Like there's or thieves. There's always someone on the road.
Yeah, and I
Always.
stop for most of them.
I'll do that every time. Every time someone comes, I just kick their ass and get back on my horse and just keep going.
You know, like a one-man wrecking crew, man. I don't know how they have anyone left.
For
honestly.
real. I'm surprised the Mongols still have the balls after like it just scared so many of them.
Yeah.
Which also a fun mechanic, being able to like do things to scare enemies into running away.
they
Fucking
flee.
cool.
Have you killed one of them fleeing?
Oh, dude, I hunt every one of them down.
Oh, okay.
It's always the last one, so I call my horse and I just like
I think there's a trophy for shooting one when they run,
I've done that.
killing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to the game, and it's one of those games like, you know, we bitch about open world games plenty, I do at least. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of tired of everything being a million collectibles, a million like climb this tall building and blah blah blah.
Get a picture on Zeus's penis.
Yeah, like it gets irritating and it gets old. But this one, I'm gonna take the time. I'm gonna get I'm gonna platinum this game.
Right. And we have complained before about not taking time to like make love to these games.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that like is starting to change where we're doing these things and we're going to enjoy it. And we should.
Yeah.
There's no reason why we shouldn't.
This is what gaming should be. It should be enjoyment. So we're gonna take at least the next week.
Yeah. One of our mutual friends was saying that he didn't think it was fair to not do some of the side missions on Tsushima. He's like, because they are pretty integral to the story.
Yeah.
And I would agree because everything kind of connects. Like every of the characters that end up helping you, like they connect.
Yeah. And the way they made the main story is almost like side stories.
Yeah.
Built into the one main thing.
It's true. It's yeah.
So it all does fit. It all fits perfectly. There's a ton of side quests though. It's like
There really is. But like even then, like there's a ton, but like a lot of them are connected. Or it's like, oh, this person has like 7. This person's got 3.
Yeah.
This person's got 6. So like they're all like there's. I mean, they get like there's I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like there's a lot, but then like there isn't. It's weird.
yeah, it's a weird hybrid of it.
But it's
like
cool. It's
more than
great
it
because like
is.
you're getting these people's like story.
yeah.
So
I'm excited to keep going.
what I'm mad about is I cleared out the whole first area, got to the second, did the story missions, looked back, so my areas got retaken over. I'm like, fuck,
yeah.
did this for nothing.
I don't think any of my areas have gotten taken over again. But at the same time, I once said it was, but then nothing happened, so I don't know.
Yeah, it just adds another one to take over. Retake. The bottom, the Fisherman City.
Oh,
Mine got retaken, so I got to go back down there and fuck them up.
got it. Yeah, that reminds me of like the gang wars in San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
San Andreas.
Okay.
That's what those are kicking off.
I mean, it's fun. I'm not gonna say it's not fun because like retaking camps is fucking great. Like
Yeah.
I have fun.
yeah, or like Shadow of War, when
Yeah.
they would retake your areas,
Right.
and go back. Did you play that?
I played a little bit. I didn't play a lot. I couldn't get into it, which I'm really sad about because I
Okay.
wanted to like it.
Yeah, I really like that game. This game's kind of similar in some ways.
Yeah.
The combat's
It's one of those hybrids.
yeah,
it's
one
what
of
it
those
is.
Similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played a lot of that. I also played Conan Exiles. I'll admit, I played some Conan. Some Conan Exiles. Just working on my camp. Joe has entered the game, and he is playing Conan Exiles.
What are you playing it on?
as well? PS4.
Okay.
I have it on PC, but I have a server on PS4, and I put
Okay.
a lot of time into the PS4 one.
Yeah.
Like a lot of fucking time. Somebody tweeted me because of the PS5, I guess. Finally, thank Christ, they've finally realized that this is a feature people want. It shows you how many gameplay hours you have in games.
Really?
And they can look at us as well. And so Skull, who we had on the show last week,
Yeah.
sent me a picture of my Conan Exiles gameplay time.
No shit.
307 hours. of
Jesus
Conan
fucking
Exiles.
Christ. God damn, dude.
So I've almost played it more this year than last year. And last year I gave it almost 160 hours. So
Dude, I'm stoked on that feature because that's one of the things I like about Switch. I'm like, how much time I wasted in a Fire Emblem fucking 3.
oh wait, no, last year I
Houses.
think I gave it 195. It was a lot.
Oh, dude, it's getting to that time of the year too where we're gonna get our yearly review from PlayStation.
Yeah, I think it's the very beginning of next year.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, with the PS5, we won't even need that. I still want it though because I think it's cool.
No, it's
I
cool
love
because
getting stuff like that.
yeah, well, because you get like the little like gamer tag thing too, and the little
Yeah. Yeah.
emblem. So might as well. It's fun.
I like it. So I've been playing that. I am mostly just grinding out stuff. Like I almost don't have a purpose in that game right now. Like I've
Yeah.
pretty much picked up all the legendary thralls that I want. Other than warriors, there's a lot of. I'm still in the noob area, like the very southern area of the game, and there's a huge map in that game. So
Yeah.
there's a lot for me to do.
You just-
But now that Joe has joined, now I can like help him level up and go kill bosses with him. So
Nice.
it's like got something to do in there.
Right, and you get your war band.
Yeah,
Ready to fucking
it's fun
go.
to play that game with other people.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, what I would do before is I would just get drunk, smoke, and then, play and like harvest shit for hours and then pass out.
Yeah.
And I did that for a long time, apparently, because I've got like
Apparently,
a
300
lot-
hours worth.
Yeah, I've got a lot of shit in this game though. Like I'm looking at my like stockpile of stuff, and I'm like, fuck, dude. That took a lot of me just fucking around, like shit-faced, listening to podcasts to come up with all of this shit. So now it's time to reap those rewards.
I just got a text from a spammer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my Chase Bank security has been.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't go to.
You
Chase.
sure it's not your car's extended warranty?
It could be.
Yeah, it
My
probably is.
1991 car. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big old extension right there.
Yeah, they said, they said go for it. And I said, why the fuck not?
Speaking of extensions, today's episode brought to you by Blue Chew.
Yeah.
See that Blue Chew? Look at that. Listen to that.
Yeah, Blue Chew.
Epic fucking transition.
Yeah, dude. We just want you to sponsor us so bad
Yeah.
because it'd be funny.
Don't make us go to Raid Shadow Legends because we will.
Yeah, yeah.
No, we won't, but we could.
We won't.
But everyone can.
Yeah, Mr. I kind of wanted to play Genshin Impact, which is like a mobile game because it looks fun. But like, I'm not good at mobile games, man. Like, I just get bored.
Yeah,
So
they're just so
easy.
bullshit.
I hate it.
It's all dailies.
But I've heard Genshin Impact is really, really good.
yeah,
So like, there's that.
I like the idea of stuff like Clan Wars and things like that.
Yeah.
But it just seems too much.
Yeah, I have a couple on my phone so that I was playing, but like,
They make it so that you have to keep coming back. And I'm like,
if there was ways to beat the games, I would be more apt to do it.
yeah.
But because they go forever, it's just kind of like,
This is horseshit.
right? It's the same thing every time on a lot of them. It's the same mission.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But I think that's it for me. No, you know what? I actually did play a little bit of Plants vs. Zombies.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't lie. I played more Honey Pop.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
See some more titties?
yeah. I'm done. I got 5 chicks down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Dude, like, we're gonna go back to it, like, because it's a horny game. It really is. But like, fuck, dude, I love those puzzle games like that. Like, they're just so fun.
Yeah.
It's relaxing.
I do like the puzzle games. They're enjoyable from time to time.
Yeah.
But
I think like those are my chill games. Like everyone says they have a chill game, and like I never really had one for a long time. But I think like those puzzle ones like that, like the Bejeweled, are just like the whatever. I can just like shut my brain off and just click. Just
Yeah.
get one.
that is kind of the benefit of those. Maybe Conan Exiles is my chill game.
I mean, yeah, like,
It's
if
a
you're just
weird-
like harvesting and stuff like that from this
Yeah.
world, like
I don't really build. I always build these like crude, like idiotic houses, just like square.
yeah,
Or like this one, I was like, you know what? Let's make it 2 stories, and then I didn't even put anything on the second story. It's
you're just
just
like,
a tall walls.
if I ever need anything,
Yeah, I'm like,
storage.
man, I don't know why I do this. It's just like bare bones, no beauty.
right?
But also, you got to kind of grind stuff out to then craft the nice shit. So
Yeah,
I'm working on that still. But yeah, maybe it is my chill game. Maybe it's my like relaxing
fair.
go-to.
yeah, because I like most of them, like my cousins like Minecraft, and I'm like can't do
Just
that.
jank ass relaxation. Yeah, Minecraft is kind of the same thing. It's kind of the same idea.
Maybe the Lego games too. When you play them with the boy,
Yeah,
so
for sure. Well, we know what everyone's been playing this week. The real question, the only question, the question I'm about to ask. Sorry, I accidentally tapped it early. Did you beat something this week?
I did.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck yeah, bro!
Man, all right, lay it on me. What'd you beat?
I beat Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Ooh, is that really a game though?
It fucking is. They marketed it as its own game.
How much was it though?
50.
Because I understand that new games come out at $60.
Yeah, why not? Not go to Walmart.
Oh, that's true. I'll count it, I suppose.
Dude, it's its own game. It is. It's 100% its own game.
Spidey Miles is what I'm going to put.
Spidey Miles works.
I did not beat a game this week, and no one else is here. So
I think since Craig's not here, he loses a game.
Oh, okay. We'll get rid of Chaos Bane. So the hog for the hosts is as follows, ladies and gents. King Hog for the moment. Caleb Craig with 21 games beaten. Zach in second place with 19. I am a distant third with 12 fucking games. Pathetic, sad, shitty. Absolute That's where we're at. Let's Let's talk about these fucking Game Awards. What's been going on, man? Give me some. Let's break down the. Let's break down the categories. So list off all the categories for me, and then we'll break into each category individually. There's a lot, and the noms.
Okay, so there's Game of the Year,
Okay.
Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Score and Music. I'll move my mic closer. Best Audio and Design, Best Performance by a voice actor or actress. Games for Impact, Best Ongoing, Best Indie, Best Mobile Game, Best Community Support, Best VR/AR, Innovation in Accessibility, Best Action Game, Best Action and Adventure Game, Best Role Playing Game, Best Fighting, Best Family, Best Sim/Strategy, Best Sports and Racing, Best Multiplayer, Content Creator of the Year, Best Debut Game, Best Esports Athlete, Esports Coach, which I have no idea.
You think we're gonna win the best content creator this time?
I hope so.
I feel like we've been snubbed.
We have. They
Over and over
don't.
again.
They hate us for we speak the truth.
Yeah.
Best esports events, which I don't really care about. Best esport game.
Best esport event. There are no fucking events. It's COVID year.
Best esport host. It's just one giant LAN party.
Yeah.
Best esports team, and that's all of them.
Okay.
So, Game of the Year. The nominees for this year. This is recognized a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields, which is a pretty, it's a pretty ballsy thing
To vote on.
to vote on.
Yeah, we got Doom Eternal, FF7 Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Animal Crossing New Horizons, a game I bought and regret immediately, and The Last of Us Part 2.
To be fair, all the games that I've played every single game on this. I haven't beat every single game, but I've played every single game of this. All good contenders. I mean, honestly, all good popular games, and I feel like that's kind of what it brings down to is like being popular.
Yeah, it's a big popularity contest because this is the population voting on
Right.
a thing.
I'm gonna sign in as we do this so I can vote.
I think I already voted on one of them. Fuck. Yeah,
So-
you know what? Let's cast our votes right here.
That's what I'm gonna do. So you guys can judge me.
Exactly. Yeah, I did. You mentioned earlier that one of these games. How do they know? Do they have like a tracker that?
Yeah. It's something. Fuck. Something that I saw on Twitter. So I don't know how much you can be like, it's true. That's what they're saying. Or if it's just because people are just like saying it. That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, right now, Last of Us 2 is winning the contest.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. It's sad to see gaming clumping themselves together
Yeah.
and not voting based on merit, but on social justice issues alone.
Yeah, I thought that was the Games for Impact. What the fuck?
Yeah.
How many categories are they going to get? these
Again,
people?
like, and I say it every time we talk about it. Like,
people.
what do you mean, these people?
I mean, you.
I say it every time we talk about it. Like, if you like 100% love that game and you think it deserves it, that's definitely like your opinion, man. And that's cool, and I'm glad that game did it for you. But I don't think it deserves it.
Yeah.
It's good and it's fun. I'm not gonna say I didn't have fun, but I just don't think it deserves it.
Yeah, you said that voting for this ends in like December.
Yeah,
Man, maybe I won't vote right now then.
I thought you said you already did.
Well, I can vote again though.
Yeah, you
don't
know
know
what?
how
You
I
have a good
was-
point because like maybe I want to beat Ghost of Tsushima before because maybe if that ending's just as bad as Last of Us 2, it'll make me just choose Doom Eternal.
Yeah, honestly, I'm looking at the list and it's like kind of a fight between Doom Eternal and FF7. Last time I voted for 7, but I like clicked on it and then it was like, oh, thanks, cast. And I was like, well, that sucks. I guess that's the one I chose. I don't know if that's what I'm going to choose by the end of the year,
Right.
personally. But I think I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I think I am gonna wait until we beat Ghost.
That's not a bad idea.
But those are good candidates. I mean, Last of Us 2 is a big thing. I mean, it's not my favorite game of the year, but
Right.
it's up.
But it was
there.
popular,
I mean,
yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I'm not gonna say I regret playing it, but
Yeah.
something that I was reading someone on Facebook put a thing about. He said, "Give me your most unpopular game opinion of the year." And so, like, some people were like, "Oh, I don't think Ghost of Tsushima deserves." He didn't think Ghost of Tsushima deserved Game of the Year.
That's what his was.
Yeah, because he's
Okay.
a cunt. But someone else's that I actually really like, was thinking about was she said that she doesn't think Game of the Year should be a sequel, or it should be a remake game.
Well, then you could have best original game. You could have
Right.
a separate one.
Yeah, and that's fair, and that's something I actually didn't think about that. But I was thinking about it, like, that kind of makes sense to be like, hey, like, Game of the Year should be a new game.
Yeah, it's less inclusive because if you think about it, like for Last of Us 2, Last of Us 2 does play on the first game. Like when Cameron was considering playing it with us.
Yeah. Who's Cameron?
Someone we know. Sorry, I know we do like fourth wall breaks all the time on the show.
Yeah.
But someone else was considering playing it with us and was like, should I play the first game? It's like, yeah, you absolutely should. If you don't,
you should, 100%.
Then don't play the second.
Well, like, if you like were Final Fantasy VII Remake, I never played the original, but like, I mean, with the way the story looks like it's going, it looks like you should have played the first one to know the full story.
Yeah,
because it looks like it's
yeah.
time
No one expected that to happen.
Some
But,
time travel shit.
but yes,
Animal Crossing, you 100% had to play the first games to know what's going on in the second one, this new one. Like,
yeah. So the only two that you consider legit, if that is your baseline, would be Ghost.
it would be Ghost and Hades. But I'm not
Wait,
saying
Animal
that.
bullshit. Animal Crossing, you don't need that.
But I'm not. But I know I'm just being a dick.
Oh, okay.
But like
I was like,
it
do
was.
you?
It was just
fucking
like it was her
prove
opinion. I'm just saying what her opinion was.
Oh, okay.
And like, and it made me think about it. Cause I'm like, you
Wait,
know, what,
she
like,
said that Animal Crossing, you need to play.
no.
the
I mean, like about like maybe the Game of the Year shouldn't be sequels or like.
I'm getting scandalized
remakes.
here. Like,
No,
over
sorry.
And over again.
But like that's what I was thinking about. I was like, maybe she has a point. But at the same time, like all these games, I've played every single one, and not necessarily beat every single one, but you know what I mean. Like, and they've all been enjoyable.
Yeah,
I mean, Last of Us 2, I had problems with the end of the story, but like up to like a certain point, it was really fun.
yeah, it's a fun game to play.
So
It's
like
very
it has
fun.
merit on there for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Game of the Year, but it's on there for a reason, and I agree.
I could see myself possibly considering it. I don't know if dude, the gameplay in those other games though is fucking bitching. Like,
yeah, dude, Doom Eternal's
is
gameplay
really fun.
100%. Ghost of Tsushima's gameplay, fucking
Really
rad.
fun, yeah,
FF7 Remake's gameplay, I really enjoyed.
yeah.
I
dude.
really like Hades gameplay.
Fuck, they're fun, man. It's-
Animal Crossing New Horizons, I have fun. I do have fun to a point, but I just couldn't stay involved into it.
Yeah. So that's what it. That's where we're at for best for game of the year.
Yeah, and like we're not casting votes right now.
No,
I mean
I
like
think
so
we need
it's
to
just us
wait.
talking. I agree. And it's just us talking about it. So
Second category, best game direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
and those games are Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, and The Last of Us Part 2. So more contenders from Game of the Year, which makes sense.
Yeah, this is like the best picture, best director shit,
Yeah.
but it's best game, best direction for game.
Right. And
So it's almost the same. I bet whoever wins the first one wins the second one.
agreed. And I can't I can't say Last of Us 2 because some of the direction in that pissed me off. Like stopping midway through and then restarting at a lower level again.
Yeah, some of the pacing.
Yeah, the pacing was
not
bad.
great.
And the whole last like hour and a half, 2 hours of the game is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously disagreed on the review. I could
Yeah,
see
right.
myself voting for that one. It depends on what happens in
Ghost.
Ghost. 7 Remake, I think, has. It's good, but I almost like you were saying with the girl's opinion that shouldn't count. Like, part of me does kind of agree with that with the 7 Remake, especially, just because a lot of it is repurposed info from before. So it's like, yeah, you had a good story before, and it's like Star Wars Episode 7. Like, that's a good
Yeah.
movie because they copied Star Wars Episode 4, which
right.
is also a good movie.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not original. It's really not. It looks really fucking nice.
Yeah.
You know, and there's good stuff about it, but
Right.
am I going to give it like, can it be the best Star Wars movie? No.
Right.
'Cause
Right.
It's nothing but a reference to another Star Wars
Yeah.
movie.
I can 100% agree with that.
So
and
I think I would probably disqualify
Final
7 Remake
Fantasy.
for that.
yeah, that's fair. For me, these two games I haven't beaten yet, but Ghost of Tsushima and Hades. And right now I'm leaning towards Hades.
Really?
I fucking love it, dude. It's so fun. It's fun, and the direction is great. It's just fun. Like I wasn't really a fan of roguelikes until this game. So, it is what it is, but I would say Hades. Again, I'm not going to cast a vote until the 10th or the 9th, but that's where I'm at.
All right. I don't know yet. I do like 7 Remake. I'm not trying to like shit.
No,
on
it's
it,
a fun game. I enjoyed it. It was my first actual Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but looking at the description, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Yeah, they did a lot of innovating and a lot of changing, and a lot of updating, but a lot of that stuff already existed. So
Yeah, and that's what I was actually thinking about too. Is weird
to me, it's going to be between Ghost and Last of Us because I haven't played the other two.
Yeah, nice. It's fair. And I haven't played Half-Life Alyx either, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't hear more about that.
Yeah, Half-Life is a huge series, and maybe because they're mad it wasn't an actual sequel, they were just like pissy. But the next is Best Narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game.
Yeah, candidates are 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and The Last of Us Part 2.
For narrative, and I never played 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, and I couldn't tell you what it's about. It looks cool from the picture. But.
Yeah.
Would you have the same argument with Final Fantasy VII Remake on this one?
I think I would. I also don't know. I don't know. I don't dislike the storytelling and narrative development in that per se.
Right.
But it's a weird one because it's part one of a remake of another game,
right?
And so it is an interesting one.
It's like being in a baking like a baking competition, right? And you use the same pie 2 years in a row, and it's like, no, it was really good, but
yeah, we gave it to you last time.
Yeah,
it's
like
fucking cheap, bro.
Yeah, it seems kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
This one right now, I'd probably lean towards either Ghosts or Last of Us 2.
Agreed. And again, like the end of the game pissed me off, but everything up to that, I liked.
Yeah,
I didn't have a problem with it.
It's excellent.
I didn't have a problem hunting down her friends. I didn't have a problem as Abby, like character developing from like being like a cold-hearted bitch, just killing scars to helping one of them. Like I thought it was great.
Yeah.
So,
next category, I'm excited to vote for these. Honestly, I am now that I'm looking at it. And I'm like, we have one more game to play.
Right.
That is part of all of these categories so far.
Yeah, it makes it kind of excited too.
Yeah, because before it's like I just picked the favorite. It's like a lot of these we're not going to be super invested in, but now it's like we kind of are this year. I think we've done a decent job of playing.
We have, and I think that's a fantastic place to be, especially as a review thing. We need to be playing the popular stuff. We need to be playing the AAA.
Yeah. So best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation.
The candidates for that are Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghosts of Tsushima, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and Last of Us Part 2. So we have a new contender in here now.
Yeah, Ori has entered the scene.
I haven't played the second one. I played the first one, and I'm not done with it yet, but it's fun. And it is really beautiful. I think it's a very, very good design.
Yeah. I think 7 Remake is a shitty panoramic view of the downtown area when you're climbing a ladder and those god-awful looking doors away from being a contender.
I don't know, man. I would give it to them just for Tifa's body design.
Yeah, Tifa's pretty awesome.
I think I would be a hypocrite if I didn't say Ghost of Tsushima, though, after just like jizzing about how beautiful it was. But I really like the comic book style for Hades. I do like the comic like design.
Yeah,
the
and
cell shading.
that's an interesting thing.
Yeah, and it works. It works for it. But again, Last of Us 2 is very beautiful. So this was a hard one because, character designs for Final Fantasy VII were really good.
Yeah. But then it's also tough because, to what extent do you consider the art, the design? I feel like they both. So we were talking about this earlier with Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us 2, where the designs are very different. They both look really, really good, like graphically, technically they look good. Mm-hmm. One of them, the tone is a little more appropriate, or is a little more enjoyable to look at, like Ghost of Tsushima, but it also fits that story a little better.
Right.
So, to what extent does the story building coming from the art direction influence your choice?
Ooh, that's a good question.
But at the same time, like you could make the argument that both of them do that.
Right.
Like Ghost of Tsushima does.
And
it.
I would say, and honestly, like with this art direction, I do agree with all the choices
yeah,
because I think they're
great.
beautiful. And like seeing what I have of Ori of the Ori game, looking at some like the pictures and shit, like
In the chat on Twitch, Angry Ass Black Dude said, by the end of the year, Zach is going to admit The Last of Us 2 is the best game of all time.
I will cut my balls off.
Your balls will have already
They're
disappeared.
fun. I'm not. Listen, there's things I like about that game, and there's plenty of things I don't like.
Yeah.
Like
This is going to be a good one. This best art direction. That's going to be a tough choice.
it is, and like because like honestly, like I love the art of Ori, and I think it's great. It's very very bright, vibrant, and the game is also very bright, vibrant, and especially the first one where it's like you're fighting like the darkness or whatever. It is very good.
Yeah.
So this one is hard. I would still lean towards Ghost of Tsushima, but God, dude, I love the cell shading for Hades. I'm a sucker for that cell shading comic
Yeah,
style.
and that's part of it. I mean, it doesn't have to be just technically the best looking. It's
Right.
like sometimes when you play around with these different art styles, they win out,
Agreed.
you know?
No, I agree. So next is best score in music for outstanding music inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack.
Doom Eternal, the clear winner.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna straight up tell you, I'm gonna vote Doom Eternal on this one.
Yeah, Last of Us Part 2 has a really good soundtrack.
Agreed.
Final Fantasy VII Remake has a really good soundtrack.
Hades has a really good soundtrack too. So again, like I would say these ones are very apt and very good. But my heart is Doom Eternal.
There's no fucking way. Yeah, there's no overcoming Doom Eternal, dude.
I'm not voting now though because they might force me to vote for everything else if I just lock one in. So
Yeah, we'll just straight party Doom Eternal vote. Just say fuck it. You know what? It's not the best game of the year, but it is game of the year. God damn it.
God.
Yeah, this is. I love the fucking soundtrack. It's not the best track on there is still BFG Division, which is from the June 2016. Admittedly,
They're good. I
so if it
agree.
was original soundtrack, I'd be a little more hesitant. But straight up, yeah, Doom Eternal is probably going to be the one that wins that.
Yeah, agreed.
The next category is Best Audio Design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design.
For that, it's Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx, Ghost of Tsushima, Resident Evil 3,
Ooh.
or The Last of Us Part 2. Exactly. And I was going to say,
shit.
when I wasn't looking at like everything, I was like, Last of Us Part 2, because I fucking love the sound design. But Resi 3 has fucking great sound design. Both technically horror games as well.
Shit. And Doom's is great too, but it's not. Doom's is great because of the soundtrack.
Agreed. And like I feel like Doom's Eternal, it's nothing we didn't hear from the first game.
It really kind of isn't, yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima has good things. But again, it's a lot of the soundboard seems, aside from like the flute and shit, it seems kind of generic to other games of that style.
Yeah.
Like the thumb of the bow,
Yeah.
the slicing of the sword, which I mean, like hearing someone choke on their own blood, pretty
It's always
great.
great, yeah.
Pretty great. But listening to Abby break someone's neck,
Yeah.
orgasmic. Like that is my favorite sound in Last of Us 2 is hearing it just like the of like the neck just popping. Like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah. Man, that is a tough one.
Oh, but
because
Resident Evil 3 though as well. Oh, so fucking good.
the soundscape in those two is pretty incredible. And that's something I noticed when I was playing both of them, obviously, because Resident Evil 2 from, last year, or the year before, whatever it was. And then I think it was just last year, wasn't it? That's
What one?
crazy. Resi 2. It was like early last year, I think.
Yeah, it was February. They came around the same time. Yeah.
That one I gave to the Resi 2.
Really?
Because of the way they worked the sound. And they did the same thing in Resident Evil 3,
Yeah.
where there's a lot of creepy sounds, there's a lot of like shit happening behind you.
Yeah.
And shit that doesn't actually exist, like you getting freaked out and being part of this world.
That's true.
That's freaky.
And I think that's kind of not fair to put a horror game in that.
Yeah.
Because they're automatically already going to focus on those kind of things.
But that's also something Last of Us Part 2 did, and I noticed that
Yeah.
when I was playing it. I was like, this game is doing the same thing that Resident Evil does now, and it's creepy. It's fucking creepy.
It really is, and like, it makes areas that aren't even bad seem terrible.
That one, yeah, exactly. That one's going to be a fucking toss-up. That's going to be a real toss-up between, and that's kind of a three-way toss-up, but I'm leaning more towards Last of Us 2 and Resi 3.
Yeah, that's where I'm on the end of the spectrum on too. I like
the
those two.
The others are really great too, except for Half-Life. I don't really know anything about Half-Life.
Shit, my thing closed out on me. Let me get back in.
But that's going to be that one's going to actually have to be deliberated on.
That is because agreed. Especially like those two, because those two are really, really good with the sound.
Yeah.
Next is Best Performance, awarded to an individual for voice over acting, emotion, and or performance capture.
All right. So the nominees are Ashley Johnson as Ellie, Laura Bailey as Abby, Daisuke Tsuji as Jin Sakai, Logan Cunningham as Hades, and Maji Jeter as Miles Morales.
Okay. So this one I like because I've played all these games. Ashley Johnson is always good. She's great as Ellie. Laura Bailey is a giant in the voice acting community as well.
Yeah.
She's on a lot of cartoons, a lot of anime, a lot of video games. I think it's kind of cheap to have two from the same game. I think that's kind of dumb, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have to choose one that you think, which sucks because they both did really good. I'm not going to say they didn't. I enjoyed both of them as voice actors. I think they did good. They both gave the feeling, and they both, they played it really well. The guy who plays Jin is great.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Logan Cunningham as Hades, I like it. Sometimes he seems kind of like he's British, so it kind of comes off as not wooden,
pretentious,
but not even pretentious. Just
like he has bad teeth.
Yeah, you can hear like the holes. Yeah, you can hear the whistle through the holes. Yeah,
whistling through the bad teeth and the failed expansionist project.
Dude, real quick, I'm gonna get off talk for a second. When I was living over there, they had a big ass like billboard for toothpaste, and I was like, fucking worthless.
Yeah,
who fucking paid for this?
You're pissing into the wind, people.
And it's weird because you got a little foreskin. It's like
you could just throw that money directly into the garbage can,
and I'll take it.
Yeah.
I gotta think of the right word. It's very dry. And so like you can tell it's because the character's like being sarcastic, but sometimes it kind of comes off weird.
Yeah.
But again, it's really great. I do enjoy it. I would probably give it I would give it to Najee Jeter as Miles Morales. He was really, really good.
Yeah.
They gave him a direction to go and he did fantastic.
Never played that game, so
Yeah.
I don't know. On this one, it's probably going to be between Abby and Ellie.
Wow. Wow. I'm just kidding. No, they both are really good, and I do enjoy them as voice actresses. I really, really, really do like them. But God, dude, Miles Morales, he was good.
Yeah. So the next one we have is Games for Impact.
I didn't play any of these.
For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message.
Let's just give it to Last of Us 2, even though it's not on here. Like,
is it on there?
It's
not even
it's
on
not.
there.
No, it's
Why is that not on there? Yeah, or otherwise,
if found.
If Sexually Confused is a video game,
random sex scene that didn't need to be in there.
which of these do you like most?
Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition, Spiritfarer. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Through the Darkest of Times. I haven't played any of these. Skyfarer or Spiritfarer is on another one, and it kind of looks cool, like with the art. That I'm tempted to like look it up and see what it is later.
Yeah.
But I don't have enough information to tell you either way on this because I didn't play any of these.
Yeah, I didn't play any of them.
I don't play pretentious games.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't play games that are a game version of pure pretense, and I don't know. It's not that I don't or that I won't. It's just that I haven't. This is one of those categories, much like the best performer or the best content creator, that's really part of a community that I'm not really in. And honestly, just looking at the artwork on these things, I do think the Spiritfarer looks pretty cool. The Kentucky Route Zero TV edition looks kind of like interesting artistically. They all look artistically interesting, but it's not. I don't know. That's not really what I play games for. necessarily. So I feel like this category is really. It's really difficult for me to be invested in this category because I don't know. I don't play games for impact necessarily. Like I have teared up at games that were very impactful.
Agreed.
But I don't know. I just haven't played any of these, and they all look fine. I don't know.
Yeah, it's same boat. I just haven't played them.
Yeah. So fuck it. That's that's like a dead category for us, and it's not just. It just is. It just is. Best ongoing is the next one. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time.
So the people for this game, or sorry, the contenders are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Skies. No, cancel vote. I didn't mean to vote for that.
Did you vote for No Man's Sky?
Yeah, fuck that game.
I think it's supposed to be pretty good now.
No.
Honestly, I don't play any of these games. I played a fair amount of Call of Duty, but I didn't really get into Warzone explicitly, just because we never had the group.
Right. So I played Warzone
Dynamic.
with two mutual friends of the show, of three different friends. But like, I just fuck you for all the updates, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck you for all the 1,000 gigabyte updates.
Yeah, those are huge.
Like that just that makes me not want to vote for him because it pisses me off. Because like last weekend we got on to play like a bunch of us, and I had to sit there for 45 minutes because it fucking like it's like, oh, we uninstalled this like pack that I've installed twice. Like, dude, why?
Yeah. This is to me is almost another one of those categories that I might not even vote in.
Yeah, Apex was fun when I played it, but I have no idea now. I want to get the new expansion for Destiny though. I would like to get that new one, so I would lean towards there if anything. Fortnite's been catering to theirs pretty well, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I mean,
it wouldn't be popular
my
if they
son
weren't.
likes it still.
Yeah. No Man's Skies, I think, is interesting, and maybe a testament to how well they're doing.
Yeah, how much
because
how
they've
far
decided to finally put the player first and not be cunts.
Yeah, I almost would probably give it to No Man's just based on what I've heard, but this is one where I'm probably just not going to vote.
Yeah, I don't play Apex or any of those.
That's not really what I play games for.
Right.
If it would have been like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I would have voted for that.
Yeah.
Because I think them adding the new maps and adding all the stuff they've
Oh,
added
yeah.
is really fun. It's really
Yeah,
good.
I'll agreed because Modern Warfare's been great. We played it the other
It's one
night.
of the best Call of Duties they've ever done.
Agreed.
It's like top 3,
It's great.
possibly even number 2.
What's number one for you?
Black Ops,
Really?
yeah, and then Modern Warfare 2.
Dude, I fucking love World at War when it came out.
World at War is really good. Oh, fuck. World at War is really good, but it's not as iconic.
Yeah. So,
But Black Ops is in the same vein. It's the same
right.
storyline.
Yeah.
It's
No,
Treyarch's
100%.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's non-bullshit.
Non-bullshit.
Black Ops 2, which is sadly right after Black Ops 1. But yeah, those Cold War and then the World War II, those are top tier.
The World War I and World War II was their bread and butter. Like, it was what they started with and what they went with, and it was great.
Yeah, and it's what they returned to.
Fuck, man. World of War will be always want to be one of my favorite games. Like, honestly, like, it's just one that I can always go back to and just stick around
It
with.
is a great game. I fucking love that game. Next category.
Best Indie for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system.
Nominees for this bad boy. We have a game I've never fucking heard of.
I've heard of it, but I never played it.
Cool art called Carry On. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Hades, Spelunky 2, and Spiritfarer.
Yeah. So, this one's kind of hard because I haven't played Carrion, Spelunky 2, or Spiritfarer. But having played Fall Guys and Hades, I would say Hades. But Fall Guys was fun.
Yeah. This one I'd probably give to Fall Guys. It's the
Yeah.
only one I've actually played on this list.
Right.
But I actually really enjoy that
Yeah,
game.
it was fun.
So,
I think that's one we should get back into playing a little bit because, like, it is a fun multiplayer one.
yeah. That was a lot of good times.
I mean, when you die, you just talk shit on people. It's great.
Yeah. We enjoyed it for sure.
Next one.
This is where we're getting into like the dregs of the categories.
The
of games.
dregs.
Yeah, like the ones that we're not as invested in.
Right. Best mobile game. For the best game playable on a mobile device.
Among Us, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, Legends of Runeterra, Pokemon Cafe Mix.
I mean-
bullshit.
Genshin Impact, I've heard really good things on, and you can actually get it on systems apparently too.
Yeah.
So that's why I was kind of tempted to do that one on. But Genshin Impact looks fun, and the art looks really good. Legends of Runeterra looks interesting as well.
Yeah.
The only two I've played on this is Among Us and Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah, any game that a really stupid word comes out of, I tend to hate. And so the reduction of the word suspect or suspicious to sus from Among Us's community makes me really not want to vote for it. As far as impactfulness, though, probably Among Us, because everyone plays it. And it seems like a cool idea. It seems like it would be fun, but...
It is. I had fun playing it, but dude, it's hella popular.
yeah, it's huge. It's massive.
But also, I've heard Genshin, I've heard nothing but good things about Genshin Impact, too.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's
Yeah, we're not mobile gamers, though. So
no,
I like to be immobile. with my gaming.
Immobile.
So next category that we also almost have no say or care about, best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, gay, inclusive of social media activity and game updates / patches. Do what we say, you bastards.
Those are going to be Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fall Guys, and Ultimate Knockout. Fortnite, No Man's Skies, and Valorant. Valorant looks kind of cool, though.
Yeah, this one I'd probably vote for No Man's Sky.
Really?
Even though I've never played it. I just know how much they've done
Right.
to improve their experience.
That's fair. I don't have... The only one I played on this is Fall Guys, and I just don't have enough of I can't form an opinion on this one because I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, Fall Guys are being transparent. Really, what they've done is say they're gonna put costumes out, and then they just they did do a patch where there was hey, we were not gonna have as many these team game things, which was a great fucking move.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've listened, but I don't know,
Yeah, it's another one of those categories where I don't know how invested you can truly be in each of these nominees, unless you just had a little love affair, a fling with each
Right.
of these games for a little while, and I didn't, so it's another tough one.
right? And that's what kind of sucks about with this is there's just some we're not gonna have an opinion on, and if people do it'd be cool to hear. I'd like to hear from listeners if you've played these or had good experiences. Let us know.
Yeah.
That's cool, but it's just something we don't.
Yeah. Next category.
Is best VR / AR for the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform.
Dreams, Half-Life, Alex. Fuck. Can you finish those?
Marvel's Iron Man VR.
Sorry, excellent.
You're good. Star Wars Squadrons or The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners.
Okay, where the fuck is Phasmophobia right here?
Oh.
It doesn't even matter that it
Because it's
might
not a
not be the
finished
best
game.
VR. Yeah, it's probably why. But it is a game that I really enjoy.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck all of these nominees. I'm putting Phasmophobia.
We're doing a write-in.
Yeah. Yeah. Squadrons, I haven't played in VR, but I think it'd be really fun in VR. Looking at the gameplay on it.
Didn't that just barely come out?
Yeah, that came out October.
Okay.
Sitting in the cockpit and seeing all the instruments looks fun. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, though, it's something I wanted to play. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Marvel's Iron Man VR. I mean, I'm sure it's good because it's on the list, but I don't know. It's just not something that I would.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff where
I like superheroes and stuff, but I just don't know if I'd play that.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, God, fuck.
This is another one that I'm not invested in whatsoever. Because honestly, VR, it's kind of a niche audience, and I'm not necessarily
Right.
part of that niche audience.
I am kind of tempted to get a VR for Resident Evil 8
Yeah,
because my buddy said how terrifying 7 was with VR, and
I can believe it. I can believe it. Maybe I'll make that move. I don't know. So next category, innovation in accessibility.
You're gonna have to read all of it. I can't get my phone to.
Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Mainstream games. That's the reduced version of that. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Grounded, Hyperdot, and The Last of Us Part 2, and of course Watch Dogs Legion. Last of Us Part 2 did have a lot of little features for accessibility.
Right.
This is one of those things that I make fun of, and then, a listener will reach out and say that he's like missing a thumb or some shit. It's like a big deal. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm a prick. But you know what? I'm still a prick. So this is another category where it's like, I don't know. I'm not really invested in it. Like, I can look at the settings, but does it mean anything to me? Not really.
Yeah, you're right.
I looked at the stuff that Last of Us 2 had. If you're like colorblind, they had some like color settings, and all that stuff is really cool.
Yeah, but I mean, most games have that setting for the colorblind.
One thing I will say though, Sekiro doesn't need to be easier.
Right. That's with all Dark Souls like side games though. Like that whole the ones they make, like they don't have to have.
You
an
don't
easy...
have to play everything.
But what are they trying to say? Like, why is Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Last of Us 2 on this? Like, is it because it's adding like Last of Us 2, like the main character is a lesbian and there's a trans character? Is it because you can play as a male or a female and it doesn't affect the story of Valhalla? Maybe there's gay people. I don't know that far yet.
Yeah.
Is that what they're saying is the inclusive part, or is there an actual feature? Because
when they mention pushing the medium forward,
it seems like it's like stuff like I just said. To be honest.
Yeah, it could. I mean, because when you're talking about progressing something, it is being more accepting, I suppose. Of other things, so that could be part of. This is kind of a weird category. Then, if that's the case,
if that's what it is, I refuse to vote on it. I think it's bullshit.
I just don't really have a stake,
and not in a bad way, I guess, because it's gonna kind of sound bad, but like more of a like. I mean,
it's gonna sound mild.
Games are games,
homophobic, transphobic,
whatever. Games
racist.
are whatever. I'm the one that stood up for him. Damn it! And the one we reviewed Last of Us 2. But like, I mean. To me, it doesn't matter because, like, whether I play as a male or a female in a game, it doesn't matter to me. Like, the story is what's most important.
Yeah.
So as long as the story's good, I'm, whatever.
Yeah, this is one that I probably won't vote on because it doesn't really affect me.
Yeah, and I kind of and like honestly, like, I want to know what they mean, like when they say like pushing the medium forward.
Yeah,
I would like more clarification on that.
It seems like they mean two different things. It means like seems like they mean like the social justice-y end, or like they make it more of an inclusive experience.
Yeah,
and then it also seems like it means colorblind settings. Like, those are two different things.
No,
to me.
for sure. So I would like them. What they could have done is give examples in games as well.
Yeah,
as to why,
like you would have to know, like with Last of Us 2, you'd have to know all the little settings that you can utilize.
Yeah, it's like, hey, like, yo, you're like, your left eye's a 10 out of 20. Like, here, if you put this setting on it, like, it helps you see an aim better. Like, cool, that's pretty rad. I would vote for it for that.
Yeah, but
I would like to know what
but like, if your disability is that you're a lesbian, like, I don't know.
Did you see disability?
I don't know. To me, I'm not sure which one.
Agreed.
Which one is which?
It's so we'll just go to the next section. It's best action for the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat.
We've got the Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, Neo 2, and Streets of Rage 4.
So after looking at this, though, I am going to go buy. I'm watching the gameplay. I'm going to buy Streets of Rage 4 until I get home for Switch. Honestly, I didn't play Neo 2. I wanted to and never did. Craig did, so we could probably say. I didn't play Half-Life Alyx. Hades is fun, but honestly, I would give it to Doom Eternal for this. I had so much fun playing Doom Eternal.
That's the only one on this list that I've played, and I feel completely comfortable voting for Doom Eternal.
Yeah. Dude, that... Just for the chain on the end of the super shotgun alone.
Yeah, and then pulling yourself in and then just giving the shit
murderizing.
Yeah, dude, it's good. Best action adventure. For the best action adventure game, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghosts of Tsushima, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Wow, that one's on here. The Last of Us Part 2.
I mean, I had fun with Fallen Order.
No, I did too.
I think the puzzles weren't hard. Traversal was fun. It was fun. Puzzles, and if I'm gonna go, and I mean, like, this obviously isn't the main focus of the puzzles, but like the puzzles in The Last of Us 2 sucked. They were so repetitive and boring. Miles Morales, they're easy. Ghost of Tsushima, I haven't really found any puzzles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think this is just best game of this type.
Yeah, I'm not gonna vote on this. I've played all of these except for Ori, and I just started Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I want to play that more before I vote.
Yeah, right now I'd probably maybe give it to Ghosts or Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Those would be the ones. I will vote on that category, but I don't know. Star Wars is a good game though. That Jedi Fallen Order
that's
fun.
where I got it too. Is like I might give it to that because that was really, really fun.
Yeah, that's a tough one. So next category, best role playing. For the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences.
So the contenders for this one are Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royal, which is just like a special edition for the Persona 5, right?
Yeah.
Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Why is Final Fantasy VII Remake on here? What customization did we have? Clothes?
Your magic system. That's about as.
Okay.
The weapons are pretty sweet, but
Yeah, I mean,
it's not really customized.
Yeah. It says rich player character customization.
Yeah, that's the problem with RPGs is no one fucking has a definitive reality on what they are.
Right.
It's like when you're playing one, but
yeah, that's fair. Fuck. Dude, so our friend Branny is playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. And I'm pretty sold on getting that game.
yeah.
Everything sounds fun about it. I don't know. I don't have enough information to vote on any of these because the only one I played is Final Fantasy VII Remake, and when I think customization, I don't think of just the magic system. I think of like making your character as a whole. So I don't have enough information on this.
Yeah, this one I might just vote for FF7 because I played it, and I don't mind. Like some of them, I'll refrain from voting on, but this one. Yeah, it's probably the best RPG from last year or this year. That's the only one I played from this year. But
Right. That's fair. So I guess the next one is best fighting for the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat.
yeah, we got Grand Blue Fantasy versus Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition, One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, a game nobody's heard of, Under Night in Birth X, Late CLR.
That is a mouthful.
Yeah, that's like gargling.
Hey,
that's like what happens when you do speech to text and you gargle mouth.
Could you imagine like being in like one of like ours with everyone and you're just drunk as fuck? Like, what should we play? It's like, let's play some Call of Duty here. Under Night and Birth Excellent Solar. Like that's what it's too much. God.
Yeah. It's fucking. Oh God! It just. Man.
The only two I've played out of this one are Mortal Kombat.
Japan needs to not be so Japan on their names. Like we don't have to know exactly what it is with the name, bro. You can just give us the name. Just find a name, and then stick with it. They go crazy. Mortal Kombat's the only one we played on this.
I've played Street Fighter 5.
Oh.
And I really like Street Fighter 5.
Better than Mortal Kombat 11?
I haven't beat the story for Street Fighter 5. Mortal Kombat I did because it's on the list. Fuck. That's hard because I've always been a Mortal Kombat like fanboy.
Yeah.
But the fighting for 5 is fun. It's really fun. But that first game it looks interesting, and I'd like to try Grand Blue Fantasy.
Yeah. I'm not a big fighter.
You're a lover.
game guy. Yeah. I'd probably vote for Mortal Kombat 11 though. I thought it was pretty fun.
It is fun. And I'm not. Yeah, that one's kind of a hard one.
Yeah. Best family for the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform.
Gay.
Yep. Animal Crossing: New Horizons, Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time that a game from Crash is actually playable. Fall Guys, not like they're bad, they're just impossible. Fall Guys: Ultimate Knockout, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, Paper Mario: The Origami King.
So here's my issue with a couple of these games on this list. Animal Crossing: New Horizon, not really a family game you can play together because on one Switch you can only have one island.
You can play. Oh yeah, it's only one island, and
Yeah.
you're subject to how far the original player is on the island.
Right. So you can't really play as a family.
Your family
together.
fucks you over in that game. Basically, if you want to play more than whoever started it, you're in trouble.
Dude, you cut the fat. You say, fuck my family. And it's like each person's going to have a Switch. And for Fall Guys, because that's not a multiplayer game you can play couch co-op. You have to play online with people.
Yeah.
So unless everyone has a PlayStation, what you can do. I mean, and honestly, so I didn't play the game, but honestly, I'd probably put my vote for Paper Mario: The Origami King only because, I've played multiplayer Mario games, and I know that they're fun.
Yeah. That one I'm just going to abstain.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to vote on it, but I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Next one is Best Sim and Strategy. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform.
See, this is probably one of my favorite genres,
Really?
but I have not played any of
So
these.
did you play any of these?
Crusader Kings 3, Desperados 3, Gears Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, XCOM Chimera Squad. Not
I
one.
I don't have. I don't.
And
play
I
these.
love strategy, like Civilization. It's
Yeah.
like Civ 5 is one of the best games ever made, as far as I'm concerned. But it's not on there because it's 6 years old.
I almost bought Desperados 3,
Yeah.
and then I found out what it was. So,
You weren't quite so desperate for Desperados.
I wasn't desperate. No, I've heard Gear Tactics is pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about a couple of these games.
Yeah.
But I just have so many other games that are like that I will play instead.
Yeah,
That's just how it's going to be. Best sports/racing for the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game.
Dirt 5, F1 2020, FIFA 21, NBA 2K21, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. I didn't play any of these games. One, I did want to, and the child in me will choose Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1
I was
and 2.
going to say, I'm probably going to vote for it, even though I never played it. But it's
Yeah.
going to be Tony Hawk.
100%, dude. There's just so many good memories of the original. It's just fucking what it is.
There's no stopping that.
Yeah, I don't play sports games. I don't like them.
I do, but I just don't. I don't really have as much time.
Right.
I've got an NCAA game. I've got a golf game. And I like those.
Okay.
I like the games. I don't know. I just don't play them as much.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'll probably end up voting for fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Did
just
I
out of
would.
principle.
Just out of principle. Out of my religion, I have to. There's no other choice.
Yeah.
So next category, best multiplayer. For outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform.
Not an actual title. If it was, it'd be a Japanese RPG with 10 other titles.
Jesus.
Animal Crossing: New Horizons, Among Us, Call of Duty Warzone, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and Valorant.
So the only one I haven't played on here is Valorant. I did really enjoy playing Animal Crossing with friends, with Cameron and our friend A4 and Craig. Finding out if you messed with these wands in a certain place, look like you were jacking off in a corner.
Yeah.
Doing stupid stuff on there was fun. Among Us was fun with friends, especially if you're playing on the phones, in the room with the people,
Yeah.
because you can accuse people like crazy.
I've
it's
been in
just-
the room with people playing it, and it's kind of fun.
Kind of.
It's fun being among them,
Ooh.
I suppose.
Call of Duty Warzone. I wish it was just the multiplayer in general.
Why is it not? Yeah, 'cause I would give it to that immediately.
Right, they're pushing it for Warzone. It's what it is. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, fan-fucking-tastic. I love playing that online. And then Valorant, which I haven't played. So I couldn't give you on that one. As stands, though, I would give it to Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. That's been the most fun multiplayer game for me, I think, from this selection.
Yeah, I probably would too. I probably will, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go on too. Plus, being able to watch people after is so much fun to talk shit on people.
Yeah.
You're out and you're the loser way before, but it's still fun.
Yeah, I've seen it. It seems like a good game, good community kind of game.
Yeah.
Content Creator of the Year for a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the community in 2020. Oh, shit, that's why we got snubbed. Positive impact?
I think we're pretty fucking positive they can get fucked.
Yeah, man, my scores are high, bro. Alana Pierce, someone who I've seen before. J. Ann Lopez, I don't know who that is. Nick Merckx, don't know who that is. Tim the Tatman.
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Tim the Tatman. And Valkyrie.
Tim the Tatman. I don't know who any of these people are.
I've seen him on Twitter.
The Twatter.
Yeah, I usually don't like him.
I would choose Alana Pierce because I think she's pretty.
Yeah. Twat Horror. I've seen him on the Twat Wars. Not all of them, though. I've only seen 2 of these people before.
Yeah,
I think I've seen Valkyrie and then Alana Pierce. That's it.
Well, what did they do? What did they do that was so fucking important?
I don't know, man.
I want to know what the positive impact is.
I don't know. They're just positive
because,
people.
I don't want to vote. For this one, I feel like putting pictures of them is stupid. It should have been, the name than what they did. Because, if I could read off and be oh, yeah, this dude sold his left nut to help children with cancer, and he put all the money towards it, I'd be like, that guy.
Yeah.
That guy right there. He's positive impact.
That's true. Well, that's why it's it's kind of a weirdly inclusive thing. I was talking about earlier, where a certain amount of people will know who they want to vote for. And
dude, it's like Eminem getting snubbed all those years at the music awards. We're getting snubbed even though we're the best.
Yeah, this is bullshit. Fuck you, people.
And you're right. It is very inclusive. But I mean, as well, if people know who they are and have a favorite creator, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's not just tits because there's guys up here.
Obviously one of them might have tits, but
yeah. I mean, I can tell you which one it is from looking at the picture. But
yeah.
But it is
the one with the beard.
but yeah, I don't have enough information on this. I think I would vote the Nude Clan as the content creators of the year.
Right in.
Yeah, right in. Sorry, guys. Nude Clan.
Best debut game. For the best debut game created by a new independent studio.
Carrion, Mortal Shell, Raji, and Ancient Epic, Roki, and Phasmophobia.
Whoa, Phasmophobia.
Fuck! I really liked Mortal Shell, but absolutely Phasmophobia. I don't even have to play the other ones.
Phasmophobia is a great
I really like Phasmophobia.
It's a great fucking time.
Yeah. 100%.
Fuck yeah, I'm glad it's on here somewhere.
Dude, it deserves to be because it's fun.
It really is. It's so fun.
And it kind of sucks it's not on the sound one because the ambient sounds in that game, great.
It does. They do.
And what I really like too is being on comms with people where you have to turn the little walkie-talkie on and it sounds like you're talking. It's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as good as Resi's and Last of Us's,
right?
But it does scare me more than those games do.
Yeah,
and part of it is the sound, and part of it is the fact that I cannot hear my friends anymore.
Oh, dude, when they die, fucked up shit.
Yeah,
but as well, what is scary too because it's localized sound. If you're off by yourself and you scream because something's coming, you can hear the person scream, but it's distant.
Yeah,
it's terrifying.
It's good, dude. It's a good experience.
I can't read any of the comments on there that people are commenting.
Yeah, everyone's talking in the chat a lot.
Sorry, guys.
Yep, sorry. Best esports athlete is the next one. The esports athlete, quote unquote, judged to be the most outstanding for performance and conduct in 2020, irrespective of game.
Interesting that they're saying conduct.
What do you think that is?
Conduct? Fucking not knocking someone else's ass out, not being a prick. Probably not cheating on your significant other, which we've seen recently.
Is
A
that
lot
why
of
you
them.
think they've added that?
I would, yeah, 100%.
No, I was just wondering, like, is that why you think that's part of it?
I think so. Because, like, we're not going to have pieces of shit.
So we got Ian Crim6 Porter, Call of Duty player.
Oh, that dude fucks.
Hio Showmaker Sue. That guy does not fuck. Kim Canyon Gian Boo.
A lot of League of Legenders.
That's a pretty sweet name. Gian Boo. That's a good last name. Anthony Shotzi Huevas Castro. Kami.
That fucker's from Cuba. We know who his family is.
And Matthew Ziwu Herbat.
CSGO.
CSGO, yeah.
I don't. Wow, kind of sexist. There's no women on there. Not very woke of you, Game Awards.
Yeah, man. What the fuck?
I don't have enough information for this. If you're the League of Legends, I'm surprised doesn't have more because how popular it is.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I usually just esports. When I think esports, I usually just think LOL. I mean, honestly. I know Call of Duty's big.
Overwatch is pretty decently sized too, and Apex. Their Apex is pretty big.
Yeah.
But
There's sizable esports communities out there.
I don't watch esports.
Yeah, I can't get into it.
Did you know? Oh shit, where is it? One of the places around here has this like massive like esport thing in it now. I think it was the mall. It has like a big old like.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Pretty sweet.
That would be fun.
So best esports coach.
I'd like to be part of an E team, but I don't.
Yeah, we could be like the Bad News Bears of Call of Duty. We're just keep getting our ass kicked. We're just like popping off kills every once in a while. We'll be the Bears. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Coach, best esports coach. The esports coach judged to be the most outstanding for performance and conduct in 2020. So we have Danny Zonic Sorensen.
Of CSGO.
Daehee Krusty Park. Owl?
Probably a
team name.
Legends? Wait, what? I don't know. Owl? Is that just a fucking game? What is Owl? OWL?
I don't know. Fabian Grabs. Low man.
Man, that sounds like that sounds like a
That sounds like not good conduct in 2020.
yeah, that sounds like an HR complaint waiting to happen. We call him Grabs.
It's like he touched me. His nickname is Grabs.
What do you want? Yeah.
We warned you with the name.
Yeah, it's
What do you want from me?
Caleb, make that pussy purr Schweiss. Like, what do you want? Like, what did you think was going to happen?
You knew what I was about when you married me.
Yeah, you knew I was going to pet that shit. Seriously. Fabian, grab him by the pussy Loman.
Right.
Like, seriously.
You
that's
knew what
funny.
I was about.
That's hilarious. Grabs.
I'm voting for that guy. I'm voting for that guy. I don't even know who he is.
It's the oxymoron.
Grabs. You grabbed my heart.
Yeah,
you made
exactly.
me want to vote for you.
You grabs my vote.
Lee Zifa Jamin.
See, that sounds safer.
It does. Raymond Rambo Lucier for Call of Duty, who doesn't look anything like Rambo, unfortunately.
Sadly, yeah.
I would have voted for him if I would have felt the testosterone from this.
Yeah.
My vote is for Grabs because he's got the best nickname.
He does, yeah. I feel like that we have to vote for him.
We do. We made the joke, so Grabs, you have our vote.
Best esports event, recognizing an event across single or multiple days that delivered a best-of-class experience for participants and the broadcast audience. We've got Blast Premier Spring 2020 European Finals, Call of Duty League Championship 2020, IEM Katowice 2020, League of Legends World Championship 2020, Overwatch League Grand Finals 2020. Not a fucking clue.
I didn't watch any of them.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Nothing there. I got nothing for you. Sorry.
Yeah, same. I don't watch any of these things.
Yeah. So, best esports game.
I guess you know what? For the ones that we haven't had an opinion on, if you've played any of them or like even watching them or know any of these like esports people from watching or whatever, comment in our Discord. Let us know.
Yeah, or talk. Tag us on Twitter.
Yeah, let us know. Like, why should we have an opinion on this?
Yeah, or like same thing for the content creators. Like, why should we give a shit about anybody?
Yeah.
That's done it. Like, if you got any good examples.
Yeah. I mean,
'Cause
like,
here's my thing: is I'm sure they've done great things, and I'm sure they've done, things in which they tell everyone about and publicly jerk themselves off at how awesome they are for doing all this charity work and stuff like that. But that is awesome, even if you,
as long as you're making
even if you are shameless,
Yeah, no, I
Freaking
agree.
about it.
As long as you're making like headway in the community, that's what matters. Like the shit should be bringing us together.
So yeah.
Yeah, let us know. As well with
Will
any...
I mock them? Yes.
Will I mock them?
But I could also vote for them.
Let us know why we should be woke as well for that. Outs like putting strides in the gaming community.
Yeah.
Let us. I'm interested to see what other people think it means as well. Like tell me
weird ones.
Yeah, tell me what you guys think, and as well, like put your say what you think the game of the year is, what you think these ones are, because really, our Discord is a big community for the listeners of every podcast that's on this channel. For you guys to reach out and find, ground together or beat the shit out of each other when someone says Last of Us 2. So I mean, it's just it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, we got people on there that that think the best Star Wars movie is Episode 8.
They're not wrong. No, I'm just kidding. And just so you know, Angry Ass Black Dude, every time I make a dig at Last of Us 2, I just want you to know that I'm blowing you a big kiss.
Yeah.
Because I think of you every time I say something about it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Best esports game. For the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of genre or
I
platform.
already know which one you're going to vote for. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare is the first one.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Fork Knife, League of Legends, and Valorant. I've only played the Call of Duty, but we've gone back to that one the most.
We've gone back to that one heavy as fuck. That one is totally going to get the win for me.
Yeah, and it's great. The updates have been fun, even though they're
huge.
fucking, I'm taking a big, massive dick every time they do one.
Yeah, but it is a great game. It's one of the best Call of Duty games they've ever made.
Right.
It really is.
Yeah, so hands down for me, even though
I appreciate what some of the others have done. Like Fortnite, it's cool that they've updated the map. I have to hear about how we can find Wolverine like every 10 seconds when Chris is playing it, and I'm like, buddy, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I don't care. I don't know what to say. Like that's cool. I mean, I like that they're, including all these cultural references. I guess it doesn't matter to me,
right? But I mean, like, he's enjoying it. And that's cool. So it's the new. They're raising up a new generation of gamers, and is it on shitty games like
Fortnite? Maybe,
like it is, but as long as it keeps everything going, who cares?
It does have replay value. That's something
that is the thing. It does.
That does impact the
I'm
community.
not super crazy for those kind of games.
I like the idea, but
right. But I mean, like,
it's like the fucking what is that fucking game? The one where you're trying to escape the killer.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like
Fuck.
that. It's like Friday the 13th or Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight.
It's fun. It's really fun for about a couple hours.
Did you know that Friday the 13th is losing all their support? They have to shut down their server.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
It does. I feel bad because I have friends that really like that game. But yeah, no, and I just feel like with those kind of games that are like more multiplayer focused like that, we're just a part of a different generation of gamers.
Yeah.
Because multiplayer is fun. I mean, we play multiplayer all the time, but stuff like that is very, very new. And I still want to go back to my bread and butter, which is story, like, with a good story
or a good shooter. I mean,
yeah, no, exactly, yeah, 100%. And that's just where we're at. I mean, it's
yeah,
it's just something I can't get into, and I wish
Where
I
the
could.
fuck is Conan Exiles, bro? Like, I
dude.
know it's not new, but this is ongoing. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's fair.
Esports game. It's the sport of enthralling everyone around you.
Listen, they're just scared of dragging your dick in the sand.
It's just too pure to touch. I think they don't want to taint it with their little game awards.
It's too pure.
Yeah. Next category, the last two we really have almost nothing to say about. I think.
Yeah.
Best esports host, the best host or commentator of esports events, both in venue and or broadcast.
I think we should go by nicknames on this one
in
too.
2020, irrespective of game or language. I agree. Alex Golden Boy Mendez, Alex Machine Richardson,
Why is he machine?
Eve J.
Shocks? What does that mean? Shocks? FG Shocker. I want to see what Shugos
Deportier.
means.
Uh,
No, not Bing. Fucking
James
phone, why did I
Dash
use Bing?
Patterson. Jorian Sheaver van der Heijden. Man,
Yeah, these names fucking suck.
these names are crazy.
Unless like something.
Shocks. Shocks, maybe?
Shocks.
SJOKZ. Man, this is Russian.
Belgian television presenter.
Those are tough.
Meaning?
It's Belgian, really?
It is Shocks. You're right. The name Shocks is a phonetic spelling of shocks in Flemish and derives from her use of the shock rifle in Unreal Tournament.
Oh, I thought it was her use of the shocker.
Bam! Nice.
Although we could say it's her, based on that.
She's cute, but I think it's kind of cool to have a nickname like about your weapon, where they're like, "Oh fuck,
She's coming.
Shocks is here." Like we know.
She's got the shocker.
Shiver meaning.
I wish it was like Alex Golden Cock Mendez, like something crazy. Like just something like way out there.
The golden tip. Like,
Yeah. Like your dick, whatever it touches turns it's like you got the Midas tip.
You just got the Midas tip.
Get the Midas cock.
She not Shiver, not Shiver, you fucking idiot. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. This is one that's like, yeah.
Wait, the Shiver surname is derived from the Anglo-Norman French word chever or chivry, meaning goat. So he's calling her the goat, greatest of all time. That's what it looks like.
Man. Maybe we should vote for her.
You know what? I'm going to. If everyone thinks she's the goat, I'm voting for her.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I don't know, man, but Shocks got me feeling some kind of way.
Yeah. Got
Yeah.
the old shocker.
I just think it's funny. Like, I just think if you're named after your signature weapon, you're killing people. Like, you're fucking.
I mean, yeah, when a couple fingers slide up your ass, it does get you in a certain
You
kind
know.
of way.
Well, and I want to know why Alex is called the Machine. It's not as going to be cool as that comedian they call the Machine. Like, it's not going to be as a cool story.
Yeah, man.
So automatically, I just feel like, no, you're just a pretender.
It's the two chicks.
Yeah, it is.
It's the two chicks.
It is.
Best esports team is the last one. Recognizing a specific esports team, not the full organization, judged the most outstanding for performance and conduct in 2020. Damwon Gaming.
Damn.
Dallas Empire.
The G2 Esports.
San Francisco Shock.
And the Team Secret.
San Francisco Shock has
Yeah, I was going to say they're the shocker. Like,
yeah, man. Can't get past that.
you can't. It's a good joke. And it keeps going.
It's the joke that keeps on. It truly is the gift that keeps on giving.
It really
I'll tell you
does.
that right now. Right now. And it is and always will be the gift that keeps on giving. Shit, man. Yeah, I don't know. Those are the categories. Those are kind of our like baseline opinions on what we know. A lot of the stuff is tied to a game that we're currently playing for a review, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of it, I feel like I've done more. I feel like I've been more a part of the games that are being awarded this year than most years.
Right. To be fair, though, if we had played it earlier, we would already be done with Ghost of Tsushima. And so we'd be able to have like a basis. For that. But
That's true.
I mean, whatever. I mean,
And
you're right. We have been playing games like that people are actually voting on, which is kind of nice.
And we're gonna have our own game of the year too. Like this is all just their specific ones. But shit, that's it for their presentation. So that was our presentation of their presentation.
Yeah. Again, with it being viewers' choice, I do take all of it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it's like the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like
Yeah.
you gotta realize that these people went there for a reason.
Right. And you know that like the games that you're gonna win are because they have the fan base. It really is what it is.
It's a popularity contest. Yeah.
Agreed. It's
By
high
and
school.
large.
High school never ends, and this is a part of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever. If they're winning for reasons, and they have a big fan base, and that's cool. Like, fucking go for it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, it'll be interesting. I'm pretty sure we all know that Last of Us 2 is probably going to win.
Yeah, I can feel that's the way it's going. Again, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I mean, people liked it, and that's cool. Like, I'm glad you guys had a game you really enjoyed.
You think it's going to, like, sweep some shit?
I think it will because people are idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, like, I don't know. I've had some glitches in Ghost of Tsushima too, so I can't really say anything about it. Like, I feel like more thought needs to go into it, whether it just be like, oh yeah, it's just so good because everything. Oh, it's so popular. There's so many. But yeah, but like there was problems on launch. There was like a day one patch for some games that are on there. It's, you know what I mean? Like at what point do you say like, maybe you should be disqualified because of this and this and this?
Yeah, it's like why this is what I've gone off about before. Why is Skyrim such a high rating when it had serious problems? Like,
Right. I mean, you said the same thing about the Nintendo Switch as well.
Yeah.
With the controller and
I've
stuff.
never backed down from that, regardless of how many people say, "Oh, you could just shove a paperclip up your ass and turn it to the left, and suddenly the drift will go
Yeah,
away."
you
It's like,
you find your
yeah.
prostate, and
I-
your Joy-Con knows it, and
Yeah.
it fixes itself.
I could do that, or they could just make it function so I don't have to stick things up my ass to get it to work.
No, agreed. And one of the biggest testaments to that right now is Avengers is getting fucked. That game,
Is it really?
they've lost so much money on that game.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's a flop,
Why?
and people aren't playing it. And I 100% believe it's because like how many glitches were at launch? Like for the first like fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Stupid.
I wonder if it would have been bigger before they released Endgame too.
100%. You can't release something after the hype train's done.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
It is what it is.
The movies going forward will be big, but
Yeah. But I mean, as well, with it being like as weird of a year as it is too.
you would
Maybe-
think people would be more willing to play online stuff, though, right?
You'd think so.
But that's a real testament to that one's
Right.
not.
I mean, like, video games have been really big too, but also I've seen like other things like other hobbies really flourishing and people learning new skills during this pandemic too.
Yeah, that's a
So
good
I mean,
thing
like,
to
it's
do.
just kind of a weird thing where I think some people were like forced to choose their hobby. If that makes sense, like they were like, "Oh yeah, I love video games," but then it came down to it, and they're like, "I don't really want to play video games.
Yeah,
Like, there's other things I want to do."
it became yeah. It's like the side hustle thing. Like for us, it works because we have the shows, and
Right,
stuff.
and like
that is
we
kind of our
and
side
yeah,
thing.
I mean, I actively enjoy playing games.
But I get that, yeah. And maybe a lot of people moved away from it. Again, it's got like kind of a high cost to it, and if you're at work, it's kind of a problem.
Right? Yeah, $70 now a game.
Yeah, that's dude. The $70 thing is brutal.
It's fucking bullshit, dude.
I hope that I hope we can.
Like, really, like who? I mean, like that's really, in a way, I feel like alienating a market because like there's kids aren't going to be able to use like allowance and shit like that or like working like extra jobs to get that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be harder.
I mean, 60 was hard, but
I
like
feel like
almost $100. Bullshit.
yeah, it's getting closer and closer to that $100 mark. I feel like if we could get rid of and this is something I've talked about before, if we could eliminate GameStop and like used games
The used market.
by only having the dickless version of the PS5,
Right.
I think they would be. I would imagine that the game's price would remain the same. Because then you don't have any used market at all. You have just the guy that you're butt buddies with on your PS4 or 5, and you have the like, I log in on yours, you log in on mine.
Mm-hmm.
One person gets a copy, as opposed to everyone gets to pass around a copy.
Yeah.
And you get to buy it used, and then the developers, one game gets played like 6 times.
Right.
I think we might see. I'm hoping we see a reduction in some costs.
Yeah. I mean,
When
were
we
they
go
talking about
Further with the digital.
like having returns, like doing something with digital if you don't want to do return and getting a sort of like money back or credit?
I don't remember hearing anything
Okay,
about that.
so I thought maybe
That
might
would be
making that up.
interesting.
It would, because if you get rid of a game, it's like, yeah, we're not going to give you full price, but like you pay $70, like say we give you 40 back
But
or 35.
How does that work, though? How do I give you back a digital download?
Yeah, I don't know.
And
It'd be
then
something
do you
you'd have
then
to
resell that. Is it worth less because it's mine? Like,
No,
that
because
doesn't-
they
it doesn't
can.
make any sense.
No, because the next person does a download like online at the store, PlayStation Store. Just get the game. Get a game.
Exactly. Yeah. So why would?
And
they
it
do
is
that?
weird. Yeah, it is weird. But like, it was something that I know I had read something about them talking about, just because that was a very like high point of like, why would I want to buy a digital version?
Yeah, that's
Of a
that's
PlayStation.
weird concept.
Right. It is. It 100% is.
That would be interesting. That would be something to look at.
But then again, like, I mean, I like having physical in some games. Like, there's some games that I choose, like Resident Evil 8 when it comes out, I'm gonna get hard copy.
Steelbook. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. Like, I feel like we're moving further and further away from the quality of the actual physical copy. You know, like I bought Resident Evil 3 standard edition. It's got a sheet of paper in there. And it's just the cover and the disc.
We need
it doesn't matter.
We need to go back to like booklets
And-
because they have
yeah.
those fucking little clips there to put a booklet in there if they had one.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we know what this is for, but guess what? We don't have any.
Yeah,
Fuck
dude.
you.
That's what I really like about the old games, like all the booklets. And
Yes,
shit. Like
the
it was
PS1
cool.
games.
Yeah,
Like, there's something to it. The PS2 games, there's something
yeah.
there.
The original Xbox games, some
There's
360.
something there.
Yeah,
And it's kind of gone off the rails. And it's like, you know what? Honestly, I'm getting more and more looking at the digital.
Right,
Because
and-
it's like, who gives a fuck?
right. And like the only time really now that I get a hard copy is if the like special edition's really cool.
Yeah, I'll buy steelbooks.
But even then, I mean, like the collector's editions, like even then, like
Yeah.
they're kind of going down.
yeah, like I've got the collector's edition for World of Final Fantasy. The game case is just a regular game case.
That's dumb.
I got like a bunch of random shit with it, like that book thing up there.
Yeah.
That's from that. Some of those little chibi bastards that are up there. That's from that game too. But like the actual physical game,
Stupid.
I could sell by itself as just the game and buy another copy later, and it'll be basically the same.
right.
So like there's nothing there. And then you put the game in, and you fucking have to download the game from the disc. It's like, why am I fucking downloading it? What's the point of a fucking disc? And I get that, like,
Right.
the download, it'll work faster on the hard drive, I guess. Especially now that we're going to start doing, like, solid-state shit with the new consoles. It makes more sense to have it downloaded to reduce load times. But, like, at that rate, why even have the disc?
right.
If you're going to have to download it, if it's going to have to take up all that fucking space on your console, just buy it on the store.
Yeah, and
So
that's
I hope if that becomes the big push, we can keep the price
down.
down. Yeah, I hope we can. I don't know.
Yeah,
much
it's just
of an
it's
impact
so
it
it's just
actually has.
shitty, dude. Like, as they know people are gonna buy it. That's what sucks. Is they know people are gonna.
So that's why it doesn't matter. Yeah, because they know people will buy it. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
Right.
What are you gonna do about it?
Assholes,
Not a goddamn thing.
fuckers. Am
Well-
I gonna pay $70 for God of War Ragnarok? Yeah.
bet your
Am I
ass.
gonna be pissed off? Yes.
I'll probably pay more than that. I'll
Yeah,
probably
me
get
too. If
the-
they do a special edition PlayStation 5, 100% I'm buying a God of War PlayStation 5
Yeah.
because I didn't get the PS4 Pro and I should have.
Now I wish I would have too. Can't get a PS5 to save my fucking life.
Fuck, dude, I'm glad I bought that Pro.
Don't
in the
buy.
summer.
Guys, do not give in to the scalpers.
Oh, yeah.
They're scum.
They are, dude. I got slammed on the Utah Gamer site on Facebook because people, like, there's been a lot of scalpers. And so on a post, people were talking about it. And I was like, I commented and I was like, if you pay scalpers prices, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Just full stop. Well, then someone got on, he's like, only if you're poor. And I was like, bro, your thing says you work at, like, McDonald's.
Yeah.
So I know that I make more money than you.
Yeah. You're poor.
Like, he's like, if I choose to put my money into it, I'm like, you're still a fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care how much money you make. If you're paying $1,000 for a PlayStation 5 right now, you're a fucking tard.
Yeah.
You are
That's bad.
you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. Why? Why the fuck would you do that?
It's hard because, like, part of me really wants to have one, and I understand why you would if you
Right.
had that much expendable income.
Right. I know.
If you were like, if I was super rich, I don't know if I would care, but I think I would though, because it's the
Yeah.
principle of it that bothers me.
Yeah.
It bothers me that we have people using these, purchase bots or whatever the fuck you want to call them, lines of code that just
Yeah.
automatically buy consoles, and they buy like 100 of them at once. It's
Right.
like, dude. And then the whole thing is just a fuck fest. Like, it's all botched. It's
Yeah.
all online, which means you can corrupt the shit out of it.
Exactly.
No in-store stuff because we don't want long lines. Long lines anyway. And guess what, asshole? Walmart's still fucking open regardless of your shitty PS5 coming out.
Exactly.
So just fucking release it.
So
It's
did you-
There's no control system in
no,
in
there's
play.
not. And it's ridiculous. Like,
And I
so-
was there every time they added them at Walmart. Every fucking hour they added those fucking PS5s to Walmart. I was there, refreshing, pounding that fucking button to throw it into my cart, getting all the way to the end. I got all the way to the end one time, and it was this fucking man in CAPTCHA. Fuck CAPTCHA. Whoever came up with CAPTCHA is down there with, like, Epstein. Like, they're in the same. They're in the same fucking hellhole. It's evil. It's fucking evil, man. And I did their little fucking gay CAPTCHA, like, oh, verify that you can click a box. I click the box. It's like, cool, you're human. And then it just fucking loads. It loads. And then it's like, and then the little script, the line comes up again, and it's like, oh, verify with the captcha, but there's no captcha. There's no captcha box. And I'm like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? It was in there. I had confirmed my address, confirmed my payment method. It was on the confirm purchase final screen on Walmart.com. And I did the ultimate sin. I hit refresh.
Oh,
'Cause
bro.
I was like, it's not working. I had it there for like a minute and a half. Gone. Gone. And I'm like, fuck this, man. Like, every time, every
fucking
hour.
sucks.
I was there every hour of this fucking release.
Dude.
And then Sam's Club did the same thing, logged me out, and it's like, oh, your password's wrong. Sorry, you can't log in.
Oh, that's dumb.
And then I log in, and then with the same password, because it's not wrong. I know what it is. Sold out. And I'm like, fuck this, man. This is so fucking garbage.
Do you know what, dude? If it's stuff like that where it's like needs a password, I'm just like guest.
Yeah.
I'm clocking as guest.
And it's like, I know it feels entitled, and it is to a large degree. Like, we are pretty pampered as Americans, but honestly, it's still annoying because it's people fucking other people over. It's
Right.
people buying them in bulk to resell them, which I get is exactly what businesses do.
Right.
And I get that there's a market for that. And honestly, if I could buy two, I might have considered buying one and reselling it for like another $50 or something.
Dude,
another $100.
one of my friends resold his Xbox. So he got two. He sold his first one for $1,000
Yeah.
pre-sale. And I'm like, I feel like you're kind of a piece of shit. And he's like, bro, I feel like a piece of shit. I'm like, then why did you do it? And he's like, I got rent to pay. And I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm not going to judge you. But
Yeah.
like, that bugs me a lot.
It does. I get it though. I
Yeah,
understand.
100%. And like, so the thing is, like, I collected, I kind of stopped, but I was collecting action figures for a long time and statues and stuff. And it's the exact same game.
Yeah.
People will buy them up and they fuck you. Like, I have one right now that I'm tempted to resell that's going for like $300 because it's a special edition.
Yeah.
And I'm like, kind of tempted to do it. But then again, I don't want to flex shit because I know like I'll just be as bad as everyone else.
Yeah. The release was just such a disaster.
Oh, so I was gonna say, do you know why the release got fucked up as bad as it did? It's because of Walmart. They were told they were supposed to release on a certain day. Walmart released it a week early. Started selling us. They said, "Fuck you, Sony." Started selling out. Everyone else is like, "Well, PlayStation or the Walmart's getting all the sales," so then everyone else jumped in on it.
Oh, okay.
So that's why the launch was so fucked. But I've heard from people who've bought the Xbox and PlayStation that this has been like one of like the worst like launches for systems as well, for product not working and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So part of me is happy that I didn't do it, and I told you I'm waiting to see if there's a God of War special edition PS5. So I mean, like, I want one, but I'm willing to wait right now because there is going to be support for the next little bit for PS4.
I'm gonna buy one as soon as I can. As soon as
And that's
humanly
fair. I mean,
possible.
do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Like, do it. But the only game I'd really be wanting to play on PS5 right now is Dark Souls because I can't get it for PS4.
I just want to play Conan on PS5. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
I just want to get in the game even faster. You know? I'm tired of those load times.
Cut him in half.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I've watched some videos on it, and like it does look pretty sweet. But
Yeah.
I'm willing to wait.
I will. I'll wait as long as I need to, but I'm going to buy it. As soon as
But just so you know as well, like stores are getting them in. On the I'll start like texting you because like on the Utah Gamer site, they every once in a while, and I say every once in a while, like a couple times a day, they'll throw in like, hey, like Walmart and like Centerville put up 5, or like Walmart and like so and so, Target and so put up like 3 in store.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I'll let you know because I have my ear to the ground there, but.
Yeah, it's hard. It's because of the quantities are so limited. It's like,
Yeah.
does it even matter that there's 3 in Orem?
I mean, it depends how fast you get there.
Yeah.
But one of my friends too was saying he works at Target up in fucking somewhere in Salt Lake. But he said he was seeing people online being like, "Oh, they're hiding them all in the back. That's where everything is. They're in the back. They're just not releasing them so they don't have to like so their people can take them." And he's like, dude, I've had like customers like just walk into the back looking for PlayStation 5s and Xboxes. And he's like, they're not fucking there.
Yeah.
We don't have them.
They're all pre-sale. And I mean, I get it because the pre-sales, they sold more in the pre-orders for PS5 than the PS4 did in the first month.
No shit.
And that was a lot. The PS4 was a big console.
That's crazy.
Sold
I didn't know
over
that.
100 million units as of right now. So it's a big bitch.
Right.
And so this thing's pre-ordered.
It is a
for
big
first
bitch,
round,
too.
Bigger than that? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
That's
But I mean,
crazy.
it makes sense.
It does, yeah. Everyone, I mean, fuck, I want one. I tried the pre-order thing happened to me too. I was trying to pre-order and it was a pain. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
That's not even out.
That's
That's
rough.
not even out. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was a whole mess. I mean, with the Xbox,
Yeah.
it was just a whole fucking mess.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Again, like I don't really want like the system like the first though, because there's people that are causing problems,
Yeah.
and they're not completely dialed in. Did you also see that people Xboxers, obviously, because they're fucking idiots, were blowing vapes into their Xbox
yeah, I
Ones,
saw that. It was funny.
and Xbox was like, I don't. Like the Microsoft thing was like on Twitter was like, I didn't think we'd have, like, why would we have to say this? But like, don't blow your vape into the system.
yeah.
It's like you fucking.
You know who it was? It was probably just Phil Spencer.
He was just doing it.
Yeah, he was fucking your girlfriend.
Yeah, he was
and-
fucking like the Sony like president's wife, like
Yeah.
just raw dogging it, and he's like,
Doesn't that
Cream
guy?
of the
That guy
Xbox.
to me, he just looks like that guy. That guy who would like try to bang your chick, and then vape while doing it.
yeah, dude, he's crushing monsters and shit
Yeah.
while he's doing it. Yeah,
We're gonna bring all these games to Microsoft.
dude, I bet like his ultimate orgasm is like he's not only is he fucking your wife, and he's like injecting monsters straight into his vein. He's like punching drywall while he's doing it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like he's just going full.
he's like tag team fucking the CEO of Sony and the CEO of Nintendo's wives.
yeah, dude. Same time, his dick like splits into two like an amoeba.
Yeah,
It's like-
he did that like weird thing where you cut your dick in half.
yeah. Or maybe he was just born with two dicks.
I love how cavalier let's be like, but yeah, that weird thing where you cut your dick in half. You know, weird cut your dick in half thing.
Is that something that people do?
Yeah, I saw a video of it one time. My buddy was watching like this show about like extreme piercings, and I walk in and I like look at the TV and it's a guy getting his dick like cut in half, like not like
Oh, dude,
yeah. And I was just like, oh,
that's terrifying.
and he's like, what? And I was like, oh, what the fuck are you watching? He's like, oh man, yeah, sorry, it's crazy. I'm like, oh man.
How does that work? Like, do they put like a piece of plastic on the tube, like in the middle, so you can like make sure your cannon's still shooting out right, or what? Because like, it was like in half. It's just like a cut in half hot dog. Like it's just
I think
laying
it
there.
just loses its range is all. It's like a shotgun.
Can it
It's
get
like a blunderbuss.
Can you get hard anymore?
I was thinking like, oh man, I wonder if you can DP with that thing.
You're like, baby, you got to turn sideways.
Yeah. Gotta do side by side.
She's like, this is fun, but I don't feel as it's full anymore. It's just,
Look, the volume's the same. It's just in different spots.
listen, baby, it's just as much girth. It's just split.
Yeah.
Do you think he's got like little Velcro where you can like put it back in? Or he's like, nah, dude, I want a single dick today. I got a job interview.
This is a solo dick kind of day.
It's like,
Oh, fuck.
I don't want to get this on my pants. I don't want to pee and dribble everywhere. It's like two streams are bad. It's just like, yeah, just like Velcros are up.
Yeah, it just wakes up in the morning. Today's a double dick day.
Could you imagine like forgetting you did that shit? Like you just like sleeping, you wake up like, oh yeah, I had surgery. Oh man.
Yeah, I imagine it would be like a split in half.
You know
hot
what
dog,
though? Like if I got surgery to cut my dick in half, I would get 2 more ball prosthetics though too. So I had 2 sacks.
Oh man, yeah.
Because you have to go full. If you can't have dick it.
Yeah. What if it was like I remember I mentioned this guy that it was this Indian guy that came into the bread store when I used to work there, and he had like a little bonus thumb on top of his thumb. I wonder if you can get like a bonus dick on like, the top of your dick. Yeah, it's like just like a tinier version of your dick
Dude,
It's
it's
a
there, it's
growth.
there for moral support.
as a growth of your dick. Yeah, and if you like. If you like clench really hard, the little dick will like just like do a little dance, like dance a little jig for you. I wonder if that's possible.
Woo!
I bet it is.
You can do it.
I bet there's a guy out there with a regular dick and
Oh,
then a tiny
dude,
dick on
you
top
could
of
use
it.
that. Like, if there's like a way to get in a position, it's like the rabbit vibrator.
Oh yeah,
Because like
yeah,
you're in there and
pound
like
that.
and like you got your little dick,
You got your little
like,
dick
curved
buddy,
up.
your little
You're
dick
hitting
buddy,
the
just
clit.
fucking like
yeah.
uppercut punching that G spot.
He's like, woo! Yeah, that's what you got to do, bro.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
just fucking laying into that motherfucker.
That's the next evolution. You put a French chick girl on the top one though, so it's like actually like a vibrator. And you're just like, baby, I got you.
You gotta. That's like when you reach true Zen. You have control. Once you get control over your tiny dick, You've become one with your mind and body. Have become one.
Bro, so this dude not only has his dick cutting down the middle so he can DP, but it's got a little mini one on top so he's hitting the clit as well.
yeah. Oh, what if he's got no? Okay, you got one that's like near the base of your cock. That's the clit tickler.
Okay.
And then you got the like mini one that's like curling up in the inside to hammer that G spot.
So he's hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
You got the
That's
quad,
evolution.
the quad cock.
The quad.
4 dicks in one. Yeah. It's like the fucking
Like the predator mouth.
Yeah,
like you
it's
just sit there, it's like
fucking predator cock.
She's like, but it doesn't like your penis doesn't hang like it normally does. Like it's like folded up. It's like, like what is this? And it's like
This is the pleasurenator.
some Japanese chick screaming like, I saw this on a hentai, and you're just like, yeah, you did.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Oh,
That's a great idea. I want, but you gotta truly master your body. Like your mind body has to be completely.
I imagine in an opening. Like, have you seen Stranger Things, like the first season?
Yeah.
Like the fucking Debbie Gorgon mouth.
Yeah. But like when you clench, like when you like, you do like a Kegel and your dick just like fucking splits open.
I feel like you got a double kegel so it opens up and it's like, and like everything just like.
The whole time, the 2001 song, the little
splits. Doon, 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 doon. The balls are like going up.
And then the tiny dick starts coming out at the top. Bum, bum, bum.
It unfolds. And then it's just, the balls are just like waving. Like it's just beautiful.
Yeah. Mini dick. Secondary dick.
Or like, Rise of the Valkyries.
Oh, yeah, as you're going in, that's... Oh, man.
Down to DP.
Yeah. As it approaches the holes, yeah. God damn, dude. Only slightly related to video games.
Just as relevant as that sex scene in Last of Us 2.
That's right, yeah. This is unnecessary. And quasi-forced. Weren't expecting that.
I didn't know that was a real thing, man. That really scares me.
Yeah.
Just cutting.
Yeah, I was fucked up for a little while.
God. What
happens?
There's just so many things that go with it, though, that it's just like, I don't know how it would continue to work.
And it was like one of those things where they were like, they had to do it really, really fast, so it was like brutal. Like they had like that.
There's just two like one person's like got their hand on each side, and it's like lumberjacks. It's just going down.
Oh, it was like one of those like X-Acto things, and it was just like, and I was like, oh, he's just
When you
watching it.
feel the pain, you're just like,
Oh, yeah. It was the fucking worst timing of all time. It was walking in on
that's
that.
fucking terrible.
My world was forever changed.
I just think of like the chicks that get their tongue like forked.
Yeah.
Or the people, I guess, like I say chicks, but there are men that did it. But I've only seen like women that have them.
Yeah.
But it's like your dick doesn't move like your tongue.
No, not quite. Mine doesn't anyway.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. Like,
What happens? Yeah.
you guys don't knock it till you try it.
Gotta find out who that guy is and like get him on
Dude,
the show.
I've made out with a chick that had her tongue like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's some fun shit.
God, that just seems disturbing.
It's weird at first.
Seems like you're gonna like, she'll like get on top of you and you guys will just fall through the floor and like enter hell.
Yeah, I'd be willing, to be honest, at this point in time. That's like the bites from fucking Hellraiser or some shit. Like he's like, oh god.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck. Fucking A, man.
What?
Give us your money.
Toss a coin to your podcasters.
That's right. Patreon.com. Search Nude Clan Podcast. Give us your donations there. You can subscribe to the channel on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Nude Clan Gaming. Come over there. Give us your Amazon Prime subscription. You got one for free. Honestly, you might as well throw your money at us. Truly.
It's true.
Like,
We're
why wouldn't
willing.
you?
We do know someone who could be giving you lap dances named Candy. She enjoys dancing and prostituting. So
She's out there shaking that milkshake.
maybe if you give us some money, you can get a visit from Candy or a special picture.
Yeah, who knows?
You never know. It depends on how frisky she feels.
Yeah, you really never do. If you give her a 20, there's a 50% chance she'll suck you off. But there's already a 25% chance that's going to happen.
Right.
Anyway,
So, like,
it's
really, what do you have to lose? Nothing.
exactly.
You have everything to gain.
Only gains here.
Questions as well. We would like more questions.
Yeah, we have one voicemail we're going to save for next time.
Yeah.
385-204-3921. That's where you can send your questions. Remember, guys, After Dark and Nude Clan, they're the same show again.
Yeah.
We separated them for a while, and now we just go off the rails like we did just now during the main episodes because fuck it. Give you one episode where it's all there, and
It's perfect.
yeah, give us your questions for that. We love getting them. Another great place to give questions and to join the community fun is Discord. You can find the Discord permanent link in the show's Twitter handle of @NudeClan Podcast. I have it in mine as well as a pinned tweet for @UFF Podcast. Go there, join the Discord. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of great people in there. Great conversations about each of the geekdom podcasts that exist on our network. What's your Twitter?
I'm at B Grixis.
Yeah, so join him there.
Yep.
Craig is at
Obsidian Ba.
Obsidian Ba. So
I don't really use Twitter all that much. B Grixis on Instagram too. That's kind of where I'm mostly.
yeah, I don't use use
Posting
any of
shit.
it much,
Right.
except for the Discord. I check the
The
Discord.
Discord's fun. There's been some good conversations in there.
Yeah.
With this episode as well, with the Discord, talk about what you think game of the year is. What's your even if it with the game of the year isn't one that we said in the voting. What is your game of the year? What was your favorite game? And I'm going to say whether it's from this year or last year or any year. Is there a game you played that you never played before that you fucking enjoyed the shit out of?
Yeah.
Let us know because maybe we'll play it.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Game of the Year released this year, and then the Game of the Year, Retro Game of the Year, that we always do at the end of the year.
Nice.
So let us know what yours are right now. Because we're getting close to that. I mean, we're going to have our Game of the Year episode probably in, like, January.
Fuck, dude. I can't believe the year's almost over.
And there's not really much holding me back. Ghost of Tsushima, that's probably one of the last ones that Because
Yeah.
last time we delayed it till, like, February or so because I was like, let's play some more of the games. But this year, we've kind of done what we wanted.
Yeah, and I feel like by the time January is going to come out, I'm going to have beaten Assassin's Creed Valhalla as well. And that's another new one. And then maybe Cyberpunk 2077 if that one ever comes out.
Yeah, so we'll...
But even then, I don't know if that's going to count as Game of the Year because it's so close to the end.
Yeah, we'll see.
You know.
But yeah, give us yours on the Discord. Let's
Yeah.
get the convo flowing. See what you guys think. And then same thing with like what we were talking about with the community members, like the Alana Pierce and the other people whose names I have no idea, never heard of or seen. Let us know why you think they should be the ones, and maybe I'll throw a vote in.
Yeah.
just-
Is there an esports team that we should be watching?
yeah. Is the one guy sexual predator for his grabs?
Does grabs get pussy?
Yeah.
Is the burning question we have on this podcast.
Yeah.
100%.
Is the reason why my dick is burning because of grabs?
Oh, someone's talking. Is it because of grabs?
Yeah.
He's got herpes all over that hand.
That's right. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Give us your reviews for the show. It helps the show grow. Yeah. We haven't read them for a while, but I like to read them personally.
Yeah, I do too.
And it's cool. Pass it on. Pass on the show. Give it to your friends. Give it to your loved ones.
Yeah.
Your family.
We're a very mixed show.
That's right, yeah. Give it
Different
out there.
beliefs, different people.
Yeah, for sure.
So we got a little something for everyone.
Definitely pass it along. And thank you so much, guys, for hanging out this week. Until next time, I guess it's me. Fuck, live always in the nude.
I don't trust people who vote on stupid games.
No!